Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
It's all you need, a little bit of city in the country. Sangre Grande is the place to be. DG Homes gives you luxury, affordable, brand new. DG Homes come shining through. Step into reality, a home of possibilities. Dreams come true, it could be you. DG Homes, modern, luxurious living for all.
Warrell Regis and Company Limited. Services offer new tires and battery sale, motor vehicle inspection, mechanical repairs, fleet maintenance, tire alignment, wheel balancing and rotation, nitrogen installation, auto body repairs, authorized agent for all major insurance, windshield replacement, wrecking service, parts and accessories. SMR Enterprise Chaguanas. Telephone 665-3377 or email warrellregis@yahoo.com. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Warrell Regis and Company Limited.
Restyles Funeral Home Company Limited. Services include cremation, burial, embalming, human remains repatriation, tents, and grave markers. At Restyles Funeral Home, you can stay in the comfort of your own home and be assured that all your funeral needs are met from the time your loved one passes on to the day of burial or cremation, which simply means we do registration, acquire death certificates, and much more. We are on call 24 hours, 350-3626 or 218-5104.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs. Get your eShop, PSN, Roblox, and Steam cards. Also get the latest PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Switch games. We have everyday specials, 2 for $500 on games for everyone. Shop online at sheltechelectronics.com and get even more discounts. Visit us at 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Capital Plaza, Port of Spain. Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, fry bake, roast bake, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dog, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Yes, TNT, this is the voice of the old school assassin music chest. And I'm here to tell you, August 13th, I'm going to be at Moonlighting, together with Master Sound, Special Delivery, and Kabuki. Get ready. August 13th, Bound to Dance. Get your tickets now. Yes, it's DJ Master Sound's old school party. We inside.
My favorite part of growing peppers is seeing them grow into bright red and yellow, plump, juicy peppers, hot for soap.
Maggi pepper sauce is made with 100% freshly picked ingredients, proudly grown by Caribbean farmers.
And look at the green leaves of my shadow benny. You could smell the seasoning.
Maggi makes it fresh from the Caribbean farmers' hands to your homes.
Yes. I love Maggi pepper sauce with my stew fish and rice.
From farm to family, try Maggi pepper sauce today. Available in hot and spicy, mild and spicy with Shadow Benny.
Looking for good quality tires, wheels? The place to be. Racetrack Wheels.
recognized as the #1 wheel center in the Caribbean. Customer satisfaction at its best. We are the sole distributor for the top performing tires, Salem, Atrezzo, and Achilles tires. Truck and off-road tires also available. Over 2,000 different styles to choose from at our showroom. So come in and check us out today. Get your vehicle outfitted by the professional Racetrack Wheel. 3D computerized alignment, wheel balancing, and nitrogen services provided at all 3 locations. 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, 82 Bethany Road, Buku, Tobago, and 64 South Main Road, Chase Village. For further information, contact us at 642-1539, 285-9168. You won't regret it. Better be safe than sorry, guys.
You choose. You choose. And when me drink, me got a natural boost. Ginger, lime, and turmeric. Keep away every sickness. Get a bottle of this orange spice. And make a healthy choice in your life. And let me drink up the juice. And let me drink up the thing from the roots. And let me drink up the thing from the fruits. The you choose.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Saturday, August 13th, Hyde and Farouk present Red Carpet, the event. Red Carpet.
Because you come from my shit up. Anywhere you go, it up y'all and pull up.
The Police Mess, Long Circular Road, St. James. Doors open at 10 p.m. Featuring your superstar DJs, Kabuki, Howie T, Dr. Ross, Junior Mafia, Rise International, Dr. High.
Pull up the vibes that you're playing. Can you play some more?
Tickets are $100. Available at Bobby's Bar Curette, La Luna's Bar Aruca, Farouk's Barbershop in Morva, Cleve's One Stop, the Sawa Crew, and the Police Mess in St. James. Red Carpet, the event.
I like the way you work it. No diggity.
For more information, call 303-5920 and 748-0085. This is a Red Carpet event.
This ad powered by M1047.
Home is where you can foster new memories, where you can rejuvenate. Home is where love is, a peace of mind. Home is a house with a land to expand. Home is at the serene Boacono Park or the gated sanctuary of Ella Vista Gardens. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, indoor laundry, and private parking. Starting at $1.275 million, Home is DG Homes, Sangre Grande, 691-5659, 721-9186 or 379-8990. DG Homes. Modern and luxurious living for all.
The reason why my side and celery are so healthy and green is because of the care I put into them.
Maggie Green Seasoning is made from freshly picked ingredients, proudly grown by Caribbean farmers.
I take pride in seeing my seasoning grow under the Caribbean sun.
Maggie makes it fresh from the Caribbean farmers' hands to your homes.
I use Maggie Green Seasoning to prepare my meats and fish. Now that gives it a deep down flavor to the bone my family loves.
From farm to family, try Maggie Green Seasoning today. Available in original, spicy, and citrus.
I'm ready to break away. I can't wait for 2 beds to be man to start things to bed.
After 2 years of longing, the most anticipated event is back. Juve in August. August 14th, the sensational Sammy transforms the Anchorage Beach Club into a carnival vibe with soca. Prepare your gear, outfit in hand, crew ready. Most of all, make sure you purchase your early bird tickets for only $200. Tickets go on sale from Friday 22nd online at suntix.com and at regular outlets. Juve in August, August 14th at 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. A production of Sensational Sammy Sound Company, sponsored by suntix.com. Anchorage, we come in.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Celebrate the good old days of MJSS, asking all past students class of the 1970s. Join us on our 50th celebration anniversary, a golden jubilee to reach the unreachable star on Saturday, 10th September 2022 at Mucurapo West Secondary School, Mucurapo Road, St. James, Port of Spain. 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Your contribution of $500 submitted no later than August 2nd, 2022, which goes towards refreshments and accommodations. Part proceeds go towards the school restoration. For more information, please contact Stephen Telfer 705-6910, Rhonda Clark 309-4553, and Charmaine Ford 625-3623. It's a family celebration. See you there.
The rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires to hold the road properly. And to top it off, Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires for all makes of vehicles. They are the sole distributors for Salem and Achilles tires. These tires carry a full manufactured warranty and is the #1 tire for comfort and performance in this rainy weather. We have the latest rims in all sizes, all at drastically low prices. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game.
So hurry on down to Racetrack Wheels, 3 locations: 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruka, 82 Bethany Road, Bucco, Tobago, and 64th Southern Main Road, Chase Village, or call 285-9168.
So my friend, take it from me and be weather smart this season and change your tires right now at Racetrack Wheels.
What goes in is a local something that makes it all taste better. It's the flavor of our culture. Come from here, come from there, and everywhere. It's the special flavor that's made us savor at the Royal Castle. Oh, come the Royal Castle. Royal Castle. Flavor to the bone. Royal Castle. Taste your very own. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Taste the unique flavor of our culture at Royal Castle.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, fry bake, roast bake, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dog, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
96 degrees presents A Woman Like You. A Woman Like You.
To deserve the love of a woman like
on Saturday, the 20th of August, at the Moonlighting Pub, Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna.
I can be a hero, baby.
Featuring Howie T, Dr. High, DJ Maggie, Music Library, and Curtis 96 Degrees.
No, I've never been someone shy.
Doors open at 10 p.m. Advance tickets cost $80. At the door, you pay more. Available at Moonlighting Pub and La Luna's Aruka.
Secret lovers, yeah.
For more info, call 319-5534. On Saturday, the 20th of August, we get ready for A Woman Like You.
I put a smile back on your face.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047.
as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
We understand your pain. We understand your sorrow. Let's get rid of these taxing line thieves. We need your financial support. Make your deposit at any First Citizens Bank account number 23000045. The Ground Report. Let's keep your voice alive.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M104.7 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Oh, our Father, who art in Zion, all the way.
Trinidad! What? This song?
Stand your ground. Push back.
All the way. Lead our way.
Gone mad. Politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Hey, politician, now we going mad. They destroying Trinidad. Politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad.
Oh boy, 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 oh boy.
Hey, hey, politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad.
Time check. It's approximately 23 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report on 104.7 More FM throughout Trinidad and Tobago.
The roads, the water.
You're also listening and viewing the Ground Report on Real Media TT on Facebook. Real Media TT on YouTube. Yes.
Take this and walk by the media. Money talk.
I'm going to say a pleasant good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers. Good morning to you.
Baphomet court versus Hog Puja. The unrulies only killing Rasta. Everybody taking, stealing what they want. Only time to tell them all them on that.
Oh boy, to all senior citizens, good morning to you. To the physically challenged disabled people, a pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister Isle Tobago, good morning to you. Yes, it's Trinidad and Tobago. And Trinidad and Tobago is the Ground Report business. It's the people of Trinidad and Tobago business.
See what you have, it goes to your wife. Sharon's Auto, the big car dealer.
A Twin Island Republic.
Fire. Senior police.
Yes, yes.
Some of them take
I born and meet it so and all.
Two of them only honing it.
Of Trinidad and Tobago.
Baza, a politician went in Venezuela. See him wind up on a senorita. The same.
Oh boy, to all loyal listeners, callers, well-wishers, listeners, supporters.
He whine. He say.
Critics, haters, most importantly to all stakeholders, patriots, Trinbagonians. To you, the Trinbagonians, that will put your God, your family before you put race, religion, and politics first. No, you don't do that at all. Put your God and your family first. Put the race, religion, and the politics after. Our mission is a better Trinidad and Tobago for all of us, for children, our children, and no matter who is there, is to make sure that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, get the governance that we deserve. A proper working healthcare system, spending billions.
We go in
a utility company, Ministry of Public Utilities, that will have a WASA and everybody functioning properly. I hope one day we get back a refinery to refine in this part of the world. Oil, well, to refine all energy-based products that we used to. Gas, petrol, jet fluid, diesel, super premium, everything we used to do, boy. Oh God, boy, and this man, you call Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley and this runaway P&M administration, give me back money any day, any time. And this piece of tata that we have at this point in time.
With the money spent, a lot to rig, propaganda in health. Everybody now want to throw in the belt. Only God's.
But while we do that, what we're going to do is just run through all money. A matter of fact, bullshit. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Director Cuff.
Then we go see what life really worth. Baphomet Court versus Hog Puja.
It's long time. The people in here.
Everybody
has some things to play. You know. Only have a man quarreling.
Look how they
he only sending messages telling me to where's Cuff?
Destroying Trinidad.
Why things ain't coming back? Certain things. I'm on real vex. Cuff no, they send you a message for Cuff boy. They send it. I think I'll go play it today. Yeah, I think I'll play just 2.
It goes to your wife.
He sent about 4. I'll play about 2 today.
Don't increment side by your blazing and fire.
Yeah.
This man are walking around the clock. Some of them take bribe. Look, they lost them.
So Cuff.
2 of them only.
Director Cuff. It have been long. Some people wondering where you are. Where you are.
Venezuela.
A pleasant good morning to you. Like Rowley cough out the energy in you and all. I can't see you so, hear you so. I can't see Mikey or hear you so. Lennox Smith all of a sudden he have real legal works, but now he have real legal he things that he had to put in place to defend this station, to defend this program, to defend the democracy, all international institutions, all those different things. He had it to put them things back in place.
Don't you, my friend.
Oh God, you're there. I know you're there. I lucky thing me bad talk you, boy.
Lucky thing.
Well, let me cough. Morning, boy. Long time. Like you get like Rowley beat out that thing out of you and Mikey, boy. The people ain't all they ain't seen all here. They ain't knowing what it is. Where is the situation?
Well, first of all, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and no, Rowley cannot beat anything out of me. There's no way. I'm away for good reason. I don't know about Mikey, but yeah, I can speak for myself. Good morning to you, Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, and Mikey K. Good morning to the people.
What you, my friend?
104.7 FM and the viewers on Real Media TT on YouTube and Facebook. It's been a while. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Premchan Baldio, Anne Marie Reyes, Balroop, Siraj, Sita Charles, Keisha Joseph Pierre, Sichancha Ramhit as well, Sita Charles as well, Grace Caesar, Mina Steiner, Kamala P, Netscape. Good morning to Cheryl and the Beehive as well. Good morning to the Wolverine. Good morning to Zebra and Gani, Bazdio as well. Good morning to you guys. Leelal Ramrup, Davy McCoon, Tracy Thomas as well. Also, good morning to Darren Prasad, Marilyn Citroen, Tara C. Prasad, Yolanda Cordner. Good morning to you guys.
Tracy Thomas and all of them, man.
Yeah.
The people that tell them say, you know, because you know, long me ain't go through all of that set of thing there. Yeah, what about the Vika Balkaran? Hey, the Vika, you had to organize and give me a call. You see that fight for the ex-farmers and them, we want to make sure that the ground report and all pushing that the Vika.
Zando as well, Zando Ruthless.
Sharon, look, Donna Gawkins pop up, boy.
Donna Gawkins.
She love Lennox Smith, you know. She ain't saying morning to me, but cough come back. Janelle Charles.
Good morning to
Sita Charles. Go ahead, cough. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Ali Trini. Good morning to you guys. Also, good morning to Postman.com as well.
I know long me. That was telling you missing.
Kavita and Dasi. Good
Postman, morning.
Shirley Ramsunda as well. Also, good morning to
Sharina Lee.
Dennis C. Paul.
Carmen. Yes, you see Grace Caesar, all of them cough back. You know the board going clear. Ay.
Hope you guys having a good morning and a good week so far. And back to
Satalan. Deborah. But you go ahead. Wait. You come back. So we are for we.
Anne-Marie Ahmed, Frank James as well. Good morning to you guys.
Mm-hmm. So wait. What do you have for me? What bug you today? Oh well, the days that what's on your mind based on Trinidad and Tobago?
Everything is getting really slow, especially for business wise. Not everyone is making money as before, you know, so it's harder to do certain things and certain businesses and put stuff in place, you know, because well, I think we all know it's because of the government, you know, and what they did. So
your issue is everything just real slow.
Yeah.
So slow only for businesses, or you think slow for people and getting jobs in order for them to have money in order to be able to spend?
The same for the people as well, getting jobs. You know, it's really difficult to get jobs as well for people. So they try to hustle. You know, they do what they can do. You know, I see it every day. I really do.
Well, boy. Well, right. So let's organize now, Lennox. Let's organize. Because time check, let me check this time here. 33 minutes past your was 6 o'clock. So let's get down to business. Okay, we want to go through the little headliners and thing. You and all could touch on that while Lennox Smith thing there, you know that? Or you have some headliners you want to go through there quick by the time?
Yeah.
All right, you go ahead.
I'm seeing Gonzalez, no deal between WASA and any Canadian firm. Also, majority.
All right.
Minority.
He's saying, right? I'm glad how you say that. Where you name Gonzalez?
Yeah.
The Minister of Public Utility.
Yeah, correct.
Right. He said no deal with no. Remember, he and all say when the WASA workers, Director Koff did strike the other day on the compound, that a lady leading them with a bullhorn. Hand horn. He and all of them say that is stupid talk. Nobody going home. Remember, he said that is just a talk. Remember, they come out hearing a talk that plenty of them going and get sent home.
Yeah,
he and the government come out and say, no, that's not true. Nobody going home. And this same man, we're hearing today. You wasn't wrong. Let me hear where here going on with WASA.
I have no idea at the moment.
Well, boy, the first they said 200 and something, and now it's 400 and something. It just gone clear. The same amount going home.
Yeah.
So if he's telling you, Director Koff, there's no deal between WASA and any Canadian firm or any private firm, or they're not going and sell WASA, or WASA, all right, they're just restructuring it, not going and mash up. I just asking, you believe him?
Yeah, of course I do.
You believe him that there is no deal with no Canadian firm?
I mean, everyone is losing their jobs, you know, and I wouldn't doubt that it's 400,000 now instead of 200.
People lost their work. 400,000 people lost their work. First thing hard. Oh, but you go ahead with that WhatsApp. But Lennox Smith go clear on that why it is I taking that, not selling WhatsApp with nobody, a pinch of salt. For anything they say, watch it at the opposite. All your WhatsApp going and sell. If you know it's a Canadian company, it going and sell. Go ahead, Cuff.
Minority leader THA's Carnival Marketing haphazard. I don't know what that is. Also,
Lennox Smith go break down that. That's a serious big word, boy. Haphazard.
Yeah.
Lennox Smith is write it down one time so you go and check up what is that.
Write it down.
Because we know you ain't know it by heart. You just fool we with them words. Well, tell me now, where is haphazard? Lennox.
Very, that's a very simple word, man.
All right, let me hear. Don't go in no computer or no book there.
Not focus. No, I'm not in a computer. I'll tell you if I refer the.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Where is that?
It simply means by chance. It means by the way, haphazard. Yeah.
Oh, haphazard. So by chance, so the minor you see he getting news, but he ain't getting no news with Duke and Farley them doing not mainstream with them doing nothing, you know.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
But the
about
minor,
them
where is the latest with you? Let me hear with that with Watson and PDP and. Yeah,
I haven't really heard anything. Like, what's going on?
We're fine. What do you mean? What going on?
I don't know. I know last time they were, you know, in Trinidad and Duke was in Trinidad and, you know, his party and whatnot and giving away his t-shirts, you know.
Bread too. You ain't again with bread too.
No one can get to Folly, you know, those type of stuff. You know, what's going on with that?
Well, bye. Lennox Smith will eventually tell you what we're going on with that. But go ahead. Let me run through that rest there.
Scarborough Market reopens on Tuesday. So those of you that want to go to the market.
In Scarborough,
it's going to be reopened on Tuesday.
Big thing, eh? Oh, imagine that, boy. All are we, whether it's Trinidad or Tobago, thing we're supposed to be, where it's not a glory. Scarborough Market Day is. Whether the renovate, what glory it is, and hey, Scarborough Market opening back there. Look at do something for all you. Look, I open back the Scarborough Market. Look at Giolia Community Center. Oh, good.
Yeah,
look.
Let's just highlight everything that we do.
Yeah, but which dice data? Highlight only create 100,000 jobs. Highlight how it is we organizing and bringing foreign exchange to this country. Highlight what plans we have to stop the mashing up or the shutting down of small businesses. Where's our plans in Trinidad and Tobago? What we come up with to stop the shutting down and mashing up of small businesses and return what that doing is licking up the middle class and leaving us a jobless society. Because the government on one hand shutting down, piping out, spranging out, thieving out everything. That moving like that money is demon. That not the people that Trinidad and Tobago money. Imbert never take that midget, that finance minister who laugh at me. In nearly 8 years, that man never take a holiday. Rowley take holiday. Everybody else, small pin, everybody take a holiday. Call him Imbert, acting prime minister for 8 years. Rowley can't put nobody else. Never take not a. I know in UE lecturers is telling you to spite of how good and efficient someone are. Holidays is very, very important in order to rest so you can get a better efficiency. So, Lennox Smith, let me ask you, why call him Imbert never take a holiday, boy? Because if a man take a holiday, he's supposed to, this country is supposed to be going real nice because this man real working. How he never leave the treasury and take a holiday, boy? All the other ministers, councillors, every other government minister, chairman, CEO, watch me, all arms, the permanent sec, deputy permanent sec, let's call the rest of them ones and twos in the public service. Everybody take holidays, you know, dog. Call him Imbert. Never take a holiday yet. That man didn't leave that treasury. We treasury yet. Not even for a holiday. That man didn't want to close the eye. What is the cause of that? Because if a man working so efficient and he himself taking holiday, the business of Trinidad and Tobago is supposed to be well billing and we supposed to be in order. So if it is he taking a holiday and we have it so hard, boy, that man need a holiday. Why he don't want to lead the treasury alone? Just take a 2 weeks holiday now.
Well, my friend, you asked a very important question. And of course, that in itself is a mystery because one can struggle, one can begin by saying he's so industrious that he believes that without him, things wouldn't go in his mind as good as it can be. But of course, we know good for him clearly is destruction, mayhem, total shambolic situation, and probably he believes that he's doing so well that if he is removed for whatever reason, including holiday, that Trinidad and Tobago, just as Dr. Rowley would tell you from time to time, where Trinidad will be if he is not around. And all we are seeing is only disaster, destruction at Trinidad and Tobago, heading for, of course, a total crash. If, of course, persons like you and I and the Ground Report and others are not here in order, of course, to bring, at least to keep the country on a keel that would prepare us to ensure that they make their departure so that a government can replace them in order to bring Trinidad and Tobago from the brink of disaster. I am flummoxed. I am amazed. I am in a state of enigma. I just cannot fathom or come up with any kind of rationality to explain why it is that Imbert, some people say, have not and will not take a holiday. There is a school of thought, however, that says he has so much to protect because of the level of corruption, nepotism, cronyism, that he's afraid that if someone else replaces him for whatever period, that they may discover things that he will not want them to discover, so he preferred to remain there. And there is, of course, logic in that as well. Sociologists will tell you, for example, a fellow loves to stay in a particular position if it means that it will be better for him because he is getting more augmenting his salary because he's engaged in corruption and nepotism and don't want to get a promotion, prefer to remain right there, while, of course, he lines his pocket and to make certain that nobody else replaces him or her, except, of course, fearing that they may find out what, of course, that corrupt activity is all about. So you have all of those as well to put into that fray.
And then we also see, Cuff, where says you're seeing there? Oh boy.
We have a Guapo gardener report, $7,000 worth of plantain suckers stolen.
You know, is that?
Well, that is an extension of the reality of Trinidad and Tobago today. All over the place.
All of
we
that
have
hard work.
A bunch of individuals who are killing, who are maiming, who are reckless, who are ruthless, largely because we look at the cable situation, we look at the scrapyard situation where people are finding ways and means of making a dollar in order to put food on the table. That as much we know it has nothing to do with vandalism or anything like that. People may benefit as a consequence by people doing that, and therefore inadvertently in sympathy with maybe WASA, in sympathy with what is happening at TSTT. But at the end of the day, it's about putting food on the table. Is no doubt about it. Having regard to everything else has been emasculated and have been destroyed by this administration in terms of work opportunity and hope and maybe any kind of reliable faith in the future.
Well, boy. Trinidad and Tobago, here it is. Time check. It's approximately a quarter to the hour of 7 o'clock. For those of you, as Lennox Smith, they say they see students. A quarter to the hour is 15 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock, which is 6:45. I'll give you it in all dimensions. For those who understand one way, will understand the next. The lines are open. The numbers to call.
But we see continuing, of course, if there's no one on the line, we see, of course, the tit for tat between Gonzalez and Munilal. I think it was very interesting that Gonzalez had to come out, the Minister of Public Utilities come out and defend the indefensible. And I can tell you, he looked puerile, he looked dotish, he looked out of it all entirely. As of course, Munilal made mincemeat of the so-called truth that he said, and I was amazed that he has the audacity, the temerity to talk about truth, and it was almost 2/3 of his statement that he speaks the truth, and then he sits next to a prime minister who gave him a job that told us that Petrotrin was not closing down. It has closed down. He told us, of course, that Tobago will not crash in terms of the sea bridge. It has crashed. He told us that he was not going to manipulate the electoral process in Tobago. He went, of course, unilaterally and introduced 3 other seats, but of course to the detriment, and he don't understand yet that he's a part of a lame duck administration, and that Dr. Rowley just simply not just is afraid, but clearly the reality is that it's just a matter of time, and the electorate will have their say at the end of the day, having regard to what Tobago has done, that only being a microcosm of what is going to happen nationally. And they continue, of course, to wallow in their own reality, as if somehow these fellas come from space and they're not responsible for what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, it's appalling. I'm sure we'll get an opportunity, of course, to discuss that in a little more details. But if they're callers, I will not want to hamburg or in any way impede that. But the lines are open. We want to hear from you, but I mean, it is simply unacceptable. Of course, Kamala Prasad Bisesa was very, very good last night. Again, using language that the ground report would normally use, and I was wondering when, but of course, terms like corruption, terms like persons who simply are out of it, they have not been able, of course, to deliver anything, and of course seeing them as corrupt, seeing them as persons who engage in nepotism, cronyism, and of course all of the things that represents poor government, poor governance, and clearly administration that has lost its way all entirely. And of course, preparing all and sundry for local government elections or national elections. And of course, they are also preparing for their internals as well, as far as constituency elections.
Oh boy, morning caller.
Hey, Andy.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
One of the best talks last night from Kamala was she tell Camille, don't let me put a Will Smith on you, eh? But you know what I mean, right? I enjoy that too bad.
Yes. I mean, the woman uncharacteristic, but she's getting there and realize that she has to respond and come up to the table. Yes.
Yes, and yeah, I feel like go to here why they will create job. You can take a glass, throw it on the ground, shatter it in 1,000 pieces. You can't put it back together. And this is what they do. Every job you want created, destroy it, right? For personally, they want UNC get no fame for nothing. And this is the position we're in. They can't create one job. I was noticeable last night, Lennox.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know, and I hope it continue. 106.5, which is the big man station, Sabga. They brought the meeting. The meeting come on that station, you know. And I feel good. I'm glad to see Mr. Sabga step up and let them get the station. The next man in Canada take away 97.5. So we can hear Anil and all them. But at least I've got come to the rescue and they could hear the meeting on 106.5. I don't know if that's an indication or sign that things are coming. Anil and them might come back on that station. So I've got them pledging what their money, $21 to cents for Lennox. No matter how much PNM there is and the money just disappeared because of these idiots who are in this country.
People
They're
do
not going to put up
disruptive,
with
man.
that. They're going to take a stand. The pendulum turning them boy now. You're going to see what going on. Thanks for the
And
Thank you very much.
By Will Smith.
Yeah, so Kamala Basalbi says, don't let she hit Rowley at Will Smith. That is one slap. He hit Chris Rock. He hit Chris Rock one slap in the Grammys. Oh God, boy. I thought that was a acting. When I see it, I say, but like them fellas and them acting out the scenes there, boy. Me know that is a serious slap really pass.
Yeah.
But I see Will Smith apologize. He said that is not the way.
She was referring to Camille.
Yeah, but Kamala Persad should hit. Well, no, I can't say that on radio. Be quite a cheering.
A statement asking people to leave Sharon Rowley alone. She does nothing else but, of course, defend the indefensible.
But Anil Roberts and many other people never was them not on Sharon Rowley. Nobody in Trinidad and Tobago not on Sharon Rowley. You understand? Everybody laughing at Rowley himself, Dr. Rowley himself. Well, wherever, right? But I see it have a thing on the all over social media now. It get real popular. Somebody honey a man and all kind of things they're making and thing boy. And you're seeing oh God, I say way.
Well, I was particularly pleased because as a practicing Shouter Baptist practitioner and devotee in that particular religion, I saw the same Riddler suit that he had on for the Baptist holiday, and was talking about somebody touch him and so on. I see that somebody converted that to, of course, somebody only on a man, and he was in that, and I thought that was splendid. I think he was making a mockery. He made a mockery of the Baptist community on that day, and the PNM as an organization continues so to do, totally disrespecting the religion, and I thought personally that was splendid.
Hold on that there.
Which of course, yes.
Go ahead, caller.
Somebody
honey honor, man. Nobody know Sharon Rowley. They saying the talk is what goes around comes around. That the talk. What goes around comes around.
Right. Good morning.
Everybody sorry for Mrs. Rowley for some Rowley woman. Everybody sorry for Rowley. They're not against the lady. Go ahead, caller.
Okay.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, this is Bacchanal, All the two only talking Bacchanal, all they like the Bacchanal. Anyhow, anybody know if Tiong come back from where he went? Or if he's still over there?
Well,
anybody know?
Last night, that was the question that was asked. No, nobody really knows. We also know that Mervyn Dillon is there as well as the ambassador. Very, very awkward developments. We are waiting with bated breath as to what is happening with that.
Well, you see, they could always fool all day, But they can't fool me. From the time they'll see they come here, they couldn't fool me. And I make all they know the situation. And people start to jam me for that. They didn't believe, but after that, it turned out and didn't understand what she did come here for. You follow? But the thing is what he go over there for. And it's an next lie again. It is alleged he go on there because he had to represent this that I had man they call Ethelbert Hines. Now over there, they don't take Rasta too much. And he mightn't be looking too pleasant in the eye with this that I had he have on his head. Okay? So they send Stuarty because Stuarty is the minister of everything. I'm sure you all could remember it had a time Stuarty was talking things for national security for Hines. You all could remember that, right? And we were wondering how he's still talking that. But to make a long story short, we want to know if any members of the army gone to Venezuela because they have a joint border control with our country. And when they went down there to sign the Dragon Gas deal, they carry this man, Dylan, right? And Dylan, when they lie and tell all, they have to go up because the house finished for him to live in. It didn't have no house for him to live in at the time. It needed repairs. And he going up. The lie. Delcy sent for him to discuss the signing of the documents he signed with the border control. And he had to fly up there fast because they call him, they say, come. I listened to her in a conference over there. And he had to go because they was in trouble for blowing off the baby head. Right? So I want Andy to give me a little chance. I want to come to something with this Chot Young here.
But I thought they say, I live in here, listen, I live in here to get a chance. But here why? Because I know you tell me and Lennox, that is it for you. You ain't talking no more for nobody everywhere. You give up. So you see, a true patriot don't give up. Exactly, a true patriot don't give up.
These people lying too much and this thing getting dangerous. And I have friends who tell me, girl, you have to say something. Because after in the ending up, it go look bad. They go say, you know, and you ain't say nothing. Don't tell my children and all. Right? And I said, they jam me there. I go come out raw with it. Because I can't hide it. I can't talk in Gotham. And they are going and have military exercise in Venezuela Saturday. And who going on exercise there is Russia, China, Iran, and other countries, 13 other countries. But these top countries, these big gang man friend with Rowley friends. You hear what I'm telling you? Going and exercise, Andy. Andy, what is that, Andy? The first time it had exercise, it turned out to war. The second exercise with China, with Taiwan, up to now they're exercising. People don't exercise just so. What these big young man country going next door to we to exercise for is something, Andy. Look where we live in. Nicaragua and Cuba have base for Russian. Venezuela have base for Russian. Andy, all you think about this thing now, man. Get the answer, me, Andy. Andy, I worried, you know. This thing on my chest. I want to know all you're thinking about this kind of exercise. Military exercise. Let me make it clear. Military exercise. Land, air, and sea. And we have joint border control with these people. I worry. I really worry. And this man lying to say he going there to talk energy. And even if he go there to talk energy, he counterpart with dealing in energy, with the energy minister, wanted for arms trafficking. They want 10 million for his head. His name is Tariq El Akdamin. I can't even pronounce the name good. It's a funny name. So you going to discuss energy with criminals. If you're dealing with the national security now for this border control and maybe all you're going to send the army there to exercise too, you had to deal with our next criminal. The general in the army is an ex-criminal. He wanted for arms trafficking too. So you, right through, is criminal. And the people in this country not standing up for these things. We reject that. We don't want that. We don't want to be no part of that. And all Rowley lying and saying is that he don't want no part. He not intervening. He don't want no war. There's a peaceful zone. But since last year, I'm telling all you, it had a ship leave Africa to come to pass through here to go there. Good. To drop off arms. And the United States had to tell them turn around. They know they had arms on the vessels on them. And for who don't understand the map and how things passing, and they had to send a video for you, showing you how the ship was to pass, where it passing. I would like you to show that video for me, please. It's about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
they will tell you about the arms they wanted to sneak in.
Cuff still fixing back all those things because notice we haven't played clips for the few days since we went down after we sabotage. We haven't, so those things are being put in place still. You know, we trying, but as things are fully running, that will play. That video will play. Thanks so much, Miss Arima. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, but before we continue there, I want to
Andy,
yeah.
Andy, I mean, we must be concerned because there is no rational, really, overtly at least for George Young to be visiting Venezuela at this time.
So true.
Therefore, that must be included in the number of issues and or concerns. And is it that Dr. Rowley continues, of course, to put Trinidad and Tobago in jeopardy? That was also announced by Kamala last night, with respect, of course, to why George Young would visit Venezuela at this time. And
but put a pin on that.
They want a confrontation with the United States.
With them big set of people.
Fighting
them mad.
Sanctions.
Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, caller. Good morning.
Tobago. Good morning to Lennox Smith, Mikey K, wherever he is, Mr. Cuff, good morning to you. Good morning to the report listeners. Good morning to all those on social. Right. Andy, you know, I'm just kind of run through my thing and I think we kind of want to pick up much time or get cut off because, you know, I'm just be taking a little internet from the neighbors and them. Right? Well, this the internet that I get from my original neighbor, a tree fall down and bust the line, so I asked did you say, please, will you come and fix back up that line?
But I thought you was telling me. I thought you would tell me that the internet you used to see from the neighbor next door there that them get cut now too. So you had to look for somebody that still scraping in the internet to take a connection.
And this show, a tree, you know, with the little highway and the rain and thing, a tree fall and bust them. They like TNTech done fix back the little wire and things so everybody get back the little lights and things. Right, I began did this and probably Flo to just come and fix up these people them lines so that they get a phone calls, the internet and everything. Right. Let me move on. And before I move on, Andy, I will take a back call after the program. Very important. I said that voice note. I know you take it. I don't know how you think, but I need to speak there. Very important because something going to happen and it will affect you. And I want to protect you because at the end of the day, my brother, we love to hear you on the radio. You understand? I ain't talking, they don't know bullshit, talking nothing. I come in straight with you. I would like you to call me after the program, please. Right, I'm moving on. Right. Now, here what's going on with me, I always, and Silver Fox, if you're listening, my brother, I would like you to call back in because we didn't really get the good information. I was listening yesterday, I didn't really get the good information, and right now, all of that have me panicking now, boy. And as long, I say that I want to do my thing, you know. I see my time ticking away. I will do my thing, and if I get a little help and things from the public sector, in the sense that if I could go in the hospital and get my thing done normal for free because I don't have money, and I could come back out alive, I will feel I good. But I witnessing and I experiencing people going to the hospital for minor little thing, and the loss in their life. And when you do hear the show, it's either that COVID or they catch COVID. I don't know. I kind of scared with the health sector right now. And it's the first time in my life, my 49-year life, them calendar I mash up, I was 49 years old, almost 50, to realize that, hey, you can't go to the hospital and you're coming back out normal. As you go to the hospital, you're dead. You dig? So it had me scared. My mother went to the hospital for a simple little thing, you know. And it's because they come and tell me she had COVID and she's dead, you know. Now I hear in Silver Fox, more I went to the hospital, minor little thing, you know. And then they call you after all this time, you come in take you to the hospital, they call you now to tell you, hey, mom gone. That mad thing where, so it had me frightened. If I could get some kind of assistance to go privately, I go and do my thing privately. If I and all could have cut out this thing and live, I do it for myself and all. You understand? I go through pain every single day. I was on a boat. I went on a boat to see if I get a little hustle with a certain individual. I come back in yesterday afternoon, and whole of that time while I was there was pain. It was the salt water, it was the weather, it was the coldness or what, boy. You understand? It's something that I just feel like I just rip out of my body because it's irritating. You know, it is to have a rash or some kind of thing, and you just can't get rid of it, and you just scratching, and it just irritated their soul. It come like this government who just irritating people's life. Come on, I just need to get rid of this thing, boy. Andy, I look on and listen. I will touch me after the program. If I get a chance, I could come back in and finish make a contribution.
I'll touch you after the program. Thank you very much. Oh boy. Nice. So the lines are open. Let me give all the new callers the numbers. 229-0251. That's 229-0251. The next number to call in live, 239-5120. 239-5120. Will give us a WhatsApp call to 366-3053. 366-3053. Nice. Let me hear. We have to play the man message. Cuff, it had a message come for you. So let me hear that message.
I will tell the truth, you know. If all they vex, that is all in, you know. All they could vex, you know. All they need to pull up on Cuff, you know. 2-3 station playing in the background at the same time. All kind of technical issues. He's not a technical man, right? Why true? Look how long Andy. What Cuff be doing, dog? He in the back getting high, listen to Bobby tunes whole day. Like he doesn't know what's going on. He's come on the radio high, right? Hey, Cuff, pull up on Cuff. I fell for these technical issues. I love this program bad. If all the vex I all they tell the truth, and I just tell the truth. It's the truth station, so all of you should be able to handle the truth. Pull up on Cuff.
Lennox Smith, let me play the next one. You got to answer to that just so.
You asked me to comment. I am in a state of I am puzzled. It is now ineffable for me. I'm at a loss for words.
Go ahead. The next message.
Oh, yeah. I love my program, eh? I don't mean nothing, and I don't mean to be bullying up Cuff or nothing like that, but come on, man. It's part of my day, first thing in the morning, hearing the issues in the nation, right? Hearing what them was shit they do we. Boy, Eddie Cat could play between last night and this morning. Them could sell some part of Trinidad we know about or something, you know. Now I need to stay in tune. This is a big part of my morning, and when I don't get it, Cuff, what happened? One love, oh God, boy, yeah, one job, dog.
Lennox, right? You have anything to comment on that?
No, I have no comment. I am spellbound. I am flummoxed. I am in a state of enigma, and as I said, it is ineffable. I am at a loss for words.
All right. Well, let me go to the lines. You remember the situation of truth, whether it's something about Andy Pitbull, whether it's something about Lennox Smith, whether it's something about Director Cup or Mikey K. We all will play with the people saying out there. That is why we this be on the PDP. The people talking certain talks with the PDP. We support the PDP, so we let them know too. What is the talk out there? And if a talk come with the UNC, where people talking something, it had to come out so people that they hear both sides. This is one media house and one Ground Report program that will make sure poor people have a voice. All poor people have to have a voice on this program.
Of course, letting them know that only at yesterday's date, another TAT letter came indicating, so people, please use language that would be considered, you have a conscience.
Don't use no SHIT. Don't use no kind of language now. Only see I stop chief and I stop king. We lock off that. No bad language.
They have taken a principal position. Of course, we'll have a whole program on that, I'm sure, in the not too distant future, but they have taken a position that say if they cannot get a division, they will try, of course, to mash up the Kobo. And that to me is a dangerous development, not only for freedom of speech and for journalism and radio broadcasters in this country. But of course, we are taking other measures as well, because we are not going to take it lying down. And of course, international exposure and consideration will also be given to this matter, having regard to the content of these letters that we believe is not just targeting the radio station, but also is extremely unfair. And not that they have not recognized it in their letters, but they are saying that at the same time being very, what I consider to be obfuscatory or a very, so I say, ambiguous, telling us that they are defenders of freedom of speech, but yet still they are obligated, of course, to remind us of those so-called infringement or potential infringement, even though they are saying it's not infringement at the same time. Yes, we are in that era of emasculating the freedom of speech, fundamental of our Constitution.
Go ahead, Lyndon Mack.
Let me say, President, good morning. Let me say, President, good morning to you all. And I want to say, as a human rights activist, I'm going to say this. We have never had freedom of speech. Trinidad and Tobago does not even understand the fundamental rights enshrined with that three-letter word, freedom of speech, right? It is not the first time the members of the journalism community has come under fire. Every time there is what we call this illusion of democracy. And I'm going to say this without any ill will or favor or any bias. Had we had the type of democracy that Trinidad and Tobago needed to see, plenty of these politicians would have been hauled off to jail. And I'm talking about from the era during the Eric Williams regime up to now. Because you cannot steal from taxpayers' money. You cannot directly misrepresent your office and at the same time cut side deals. And then when it's now coming out into the national regime, you have to spend millions of dollars to set up a state of inquiry to find out that goes nowhere. We don't have this thing. Democracy in Trinidad and Tobago is a joke compared to that of first world countries. Basically, that's the point I wanted to raise beforehand. But what I really want to ask Lennox Smith this morning, Lennox, I want to ask you a question. I think it's time you all really divulge into this thing called white collar crime. Because you see, when they start playing the game a different way to see if there's a way they could take away all the license because they find talking too much things, it literally shows you, one, there is no arm of the government that aims to protect this radio station from public servants. There is a part of the law that says being protected against the interests of the public when they are seeking to do wrong. And because we do not have the kind of democracy that exists in Trinidad and Tobago, you cannot take it lying down for chance to think that you are going to get this thing fairly done against this station. We have currently right now, let me speak human rights issues. We have issues in Trinidad and Tobago right now where the police could storm your house without a warrant and all of these things. I think they went to the parliament recently to debate this bill. And, we're treading on really murky waters because we have a number of violations. And I will say on your program again, every time a police officer had to go and charge someone in the court because they are acting as what we call attorneys, which they are not representing as what we're supposed to say in the judicial arm of the state, you are now having a conflict of interest whereby taxpayers' money have to jump out because somebody have to find themselves in the court to sue for malicious prosecution. It is a conflict of interest, and I'm going to say this again. Police officers' job and responsibility is not to represent the judicial arm of the state in any court matters acting as prosecutors in the state. The state is supposed to ensure the DPP, which is the Direct Public Prosecution Office, is supposed to have the team of lawyers that represents the interests of the government. when police officers go and make arrests and then have to go back into the court system to directly prosecute, what you are having now is a real breach, because you don't have officers set up with the authority to ensure that these investigations are conducted thoroughly. This is something Gary Griffith could not have dealt with. Not he, not Jacob, not none of them. When we could go as far back as Dwayne Gibbs. This corruption is dealing in the justice system that they have not been able to fix. And until they start rectifying this issue, whereby the DPP have their state attorneys, many people gonna have to be facing false charge in the court. And let me don't pretend, there are people who are going to court on a Monday morning and they do not understand the charges that are read before them, because the state does not have a proper structure in its judicial system which aims to protect the rights of citizens. We're taking this thing lying down too long. If it's already coming under attack, what it is left a chance for the regular citizen who don't even understand the judicial arm of the law? And this is things that we need to seriously talk about, because they have government ministers right now getting away with white collar crime. Where is the freedom of the FIU? They are supposed to be an independent arm set up to ensure that you could deal with white collar criminals in the arm that you can. But you're facing problems too, because every time you have an inquiry to get done, some minister running out their whole self to stop inquiries from happening. We're not dealing with these things, and this is why I want to ask, and this is why I told persons the other don't talk to me about no emancipation and no independence. We're going to spend $5 million this year for Independence Parade, and it have people who are hungry.
Lyndon Mark. Oh, right. I know you're in your back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying literally, it seems to me like...
What we hear you last said was that Independence Parade or Emancipation Parade, $7 million.
Yes, I told people don't reach me about any emancipation or don't reach me for any conversation emancipation and independence, because we are not a real independence society. We are spending $7.5 million this year on independence, and there are hungry people who need food. I mean, we're not making sense. You can't prioritize taxpayers' money the way you want, and then at the end of the day, we're not getting any real justice. Justice on time was amalgamated, driving prisoners back and forth until they started implementing virtual court system. We don't even the justice system in Trinidad and Tobago has fallen, and people are not recognizing it the way it is supposed to, right? You all have a commissioner of police and they are doing nothing. They can't even fix the problem the way they're supposed to fix the problem, because white collar crime in Trinidad is not something they are dealing with. And it's until they start holding off, and let me say to another station, politicians to jail because your police service do not understand the judicial arm of the system, you're going to have the same kind of white collar crime that was happening from Eric Williams' days, where they had to hide and thief and lie. You're going to have it still happening under Keith Rowley's system. And I make no apology for saying I still am of the belief that the same kind of white collar crimes that would have been happening under Eric Williams' tenure is the same kind of white collar crimes happening under Keith Rowley's tenure. And not Faris, not none of them who claiming to be the Attorney General is doing anything to fix that, because we do not understand democracy in this country. It is a joke. That is all I'm going to say. You all have a good day.
But before you go, Lyndon Mark, we can't have Lyndon Mark from Tobago plain talk bad manners. Lyndon Mark, country first before anything, and you ain't give us an idea, true understanding of updates of what's going on in Tobago. What's going on in Tobago so far? Is the democracy working there? Is the money of the Tobago people flickering down to the people? Are we getting that change that we need, that transformation that we in Tobago? You must give us an update of what's going on in Tobago. Use that Tobagonian I trust, because he's a straightforward person. Whether you like somebody, or don't like somebody, however it go, whether you support a party, you don't support a party, right is right and wrong is wrong with you. You go ahead. What is the latest on Tobago? On the promises.
Tobago right now. Well, Tobago right now, Tobagonians right now, Corona has evaporated, you know. There is no more COVID-19 again. Everything has gone back to its regular scheduled program. We have events that are being promoted, and that's basically the arm of it. Have we seen any structural change that benefits the interests of the regular Tobagonian? The answer is no. If you have to get a business started on the island, the process is still the same. You have to go in. Your paperwork have to be sent down to Trinidad, and you have to wait until they do the approval. There is also a shocking development that we recognize in Tobago here as well. We in Tobago here, we have a problem where all of our work is being sent down, and I am just wondering if the current chief secretary is aware of this. Because currently right now exists in our court system in Tobago is that if you need to have a transcript done, they have to send the transcript to Trinidad in order to Trinidad to write this transcript up to send it back up to Tobago. I mean, we are living in 2020. There are separate judicial arms, and Tobago has its own independent arm set up. We have many problems, but it's too much to talk about.
Oh, no, but you don't think that they maybe don't be getting hamburger. Maybe they need more time. Remember, 8 months gone. You had to give them some time. I think they may need 2 years in order to settle, to start to implement the things that you are talking about. They need time. Remember, it's not their fault. I
am going to say this to you. Campaign elections is a very critical thing. I am not talking about the campaign elections that we see in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm talking international campaign elections. When you go to campaigning on an election trail and you tell the people here what we're going to give you XYZ in 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, people will hold you to that to know if you are abhorrent to your promises. Okay? We said to the Tobago people, here what happening. You vote for us, we are going to set up XYZ to ensure that you can
we ask them the PDP. Let the people out here to understand. Go ahead. So you go ahead.
Yes. We set up that campaign trail to ensure that, say, you want to have your independence from Trinidad, we go in an extra, we're going to give you an X amount of time. That conversation has been on the back burner for months. And anytime you have to start a conversation again, you are going to have to start over from probably the beginning, or you have to pick up where you left off. We have had too many distractions. At this point in time, if you are supposed to ask any regular Tobagonian right now, have you seen any real changes, structural changes in the development of the island? Short-term changes? The answer literally is going to be no. Okay,
no short-term changes. So no short-term changes, no long-term changes to Tobago. It's 8 months now. The PDP, Watson Duke Farley running the island in which we support, and whether we support or not, we still support, but just want them to do the right thing. Nothing going on. What about that heavy conversation of self-governance? Is he working on that real strong? Or I don't know. I'm not hearing nothing about Tobago.
I am not sure. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure where the self-governance talk is happening. I am aware that currently, from what I'm aware, Watson was in Trinidad trying to get more support base in Trinidad, and I will say again, we never campaigned on those merits. But if they're seeing it as their way forward, to say here's what we got, destabilize all the elections in Trinidad, take away all the votes. I don't know if that's I can only, as a draft man, I will say that's probably the way they are going. I don't support that route because I'm saying they have the power now to get everything done that they can, but I don't know if it is that they are not utilizing the proper protocols to get what Tobago needs. And I will continuously say, when I hear my chief secretary go to present a budget, I will continuously say that budget shows me that we were not serious about what we promised the Tobago people. That budget was a weak budget, and I make no apology for saying it. Okay? If Tobago literally is getting X amount of dollars from the national budget, and we are entitled to 6% of the national budget, then I expect a budget for that 6%. Don't present me a budget for something to $2 to $3 billion. We are serious about development. Tobago, living in Tobago is very expensive. Getting anything done in Tobago is very expensive. Yes, training our people here in sports and development is expensive compared to that of Trinidad. Okay? we need to ensure that we are talking money in 2022 and not a system set up rigged for failure, because they don't understand that inflation is part of the existing problem, right? So asking currently right now, if you ask me carefully and you ask any real economist, pretty soon you're going to have to go back to the drawing board for them to rewrite this whole legislation for Tobago to get more out than what it is worth, because inflation is killing the interest. We can't pay for the kind of services that we need to and get anything done, because when you look at the inflation of the Trinidad and Tobago dollar, this is what they don't want to tell you. The Trinidad and Tobago is weak. It's getting weaker and weaker by the day. And had real economists worked on this proposal, we would not have gone to tell the Tobago people $2-3 billion for a budget when we know goods and services raising in Tobago for the last 20 years. We're not serious. And I'm saying that with no apology. They need to go back and rework that plan.
Yeah, but you ain't think you as a support.
They need to go back and rework that plan.
But you ain't think you as a supporter of the PDP and all about that you're being hard on them there, that I mean
Listen,
they can't implement nothing right now.
Anyone who, and let me share this to you. If I am hard on the PDP, it is because I want to see them do well. But at the same time, I'm not going to remain silent, because all they're doing now, and Lyndon should just step back. The same way I was hard on the PNM. I'm not doing that. If people cannot respect what I'm doing, and I'm saying, listen, what you are doing there is wrong. And I will give you a literal scenario, right? This week, we are 2-3 months up. I ain't say 2-3 months. October is Carnival. Carnival literally is coming up. And at this point in time, Tobago people don't know literally how the Carnival promoting. We have a committee there. We don't even know if they know their head from their foot. Recently, right now, they are in Grenada promoting Carnival. A partner of mine just recently put out information on a post saying, we will see whether or not this Carnival promotion turns around, because it goes back to sales. The promotion of any event is to capture sales. And if you're not working at that, then the model literally is either not going to work, or you have not done your research. And typically said is what we are seeing right now. There are no places where persons can be able to log on online and see the events. And then we want to compete with Trinidad. I just think literally we're not pasting ourselves to put the proper infrastructure into place. And then at the end of the day, we're looking for this super turnaround overnight. It don't work, so we have to directly ensure that we keep them on their feet. I'm not happy. I would have said Trinidad is our immediate market. We have 1.3 million persons in Trinidad. They should have gone to Trinidad to market, and let's see if there's a possibility we can get 50,000 persons coming to the island for the Carnival celebrations. I would have said that. And if it is
understood,
the PNM government
not
has
even
so
understood, Lyndon Mark, understood, which means you're watching that not even a promotions to get the tourists in Trinidad to come to Tobago, which Correct. That is the most logical thing that will happen.
Correct. That's our immediate market. We should have appealed to our market first. But there's so much to talk about. Maybe I'll probably have to tune in on 1 or 2 other days, and we will probably do that. Let me give other callers.
Yeah, we gave other callers a chance. But I want you to put serious consideration into pulling a Tobago people to form a political party, to be a Tobago party, to give Tobago what Tobago need, because we cannot afford to have no political party in Tobago comfortable or in Trinidad. To play the one to take any citizen for granted. Not PNM should take the people for granted. Not PDP should take the people for granted. Not UNC should take the people for granted. No political party should take the people for granted. And that's us why we must have other people there that are willing to do what it is you willing to do.
Let me say this to you. One, I am not one to run to formulate these things. People have approached me about these things for a number of years, and I have desisted from it for 2 reasons. And let me explain that to you. One, I want to be in business. It is a conflict of interest to be in business and to be a politician. I have always seen that view, and I'm not going to shy away from it. As long as you have a business and you are into politics, there can be a conflict of interest. And I am not one to go. I don't want to have those conflicting issues. But I will say this.
It is the people who go and vote for this new party must work to ensure that things are done the way it is done. And I could tell you right now, if we were supposed to do a real investigation into the way the party is getting things done, there are going to be many breaches. And I have said this live on my personal Facebook page. There are too many breaches. And we have to start looking into this. What I needed Trinidad and Tobago people to start looking now is the shift of the economy. And we need to pay grave attention to that. I think they are doing nothing about it, not even the government. And currently we are waiting for another 1971 where we heard, hey, we came off the gold standard. And the shift of the economy may leave a lot of people wanting for more because the government is doing nothing to ensure that they protect the interest of the people first. We need to start paying serious attention to that. But there's no conversation on it. Yeah? But I want to say, Pitbull, here's my boy. I love all that. Stay strong. I'm looking on from Tobago, Lennox. Keep up the good work, and Robert Amar, and you all keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, Lyndon Mark. Oh boy, you heard him for yourself, Lennox Smith. Lyndon Mark out of Tobago, playing talk bad manners, whether he support
very interesting. What I take away from it is his very clear ideas with respect, of course, to the apparent what I consider to be inconsistency with the police prosecuting cases when you have a DPP that is solely responsible under the Constitution so to do. Whether there's a need for an upgrading, maybe having police officers trained by the DPP in order to represent the DPP as far as criminal matters are concerned in the at least in the magistrate's court. I think that is a very good idea that could be massaged. But I have always wondered as to how it is the police get involved in prosecution. They having, of course, a broad who has responsibility to identify and to bring people to court, charge them and bring them to court, and then, of course, having to prosecute at the same time, and they're calling them a police prosecutor.
So, truth. Let's go to the lines. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution this morning on the Ground Report program?
All right, Silver Fox here this morning. Good morning, Trinidad.
Tobago again.
Good morning,
Tobago after Tobago, boy. Go ahead, Tobago. Remember, tell everybody in Tobago, no, this program is a Trinidad and Tobago program. It's not Trinidad program here. We seeking the interests of both islands. Go ahead, Silver Fox.
Yes, Mark, I hear your talk this morning, but I against the carnival. Let me tell you why. You have to be a responsible THA. Now, we are under threat of this COVID, and keeping a carnival in Tobago, it comes like you want to open back this COVID thing because we have to be responsible, and we are not responsible people in this country, right? Just imagine, my mother is 84 years, and I have to sleep on the same bed with her because sometimes she gets herself into trouble with choking and whatever it is. And they could tell me in the hospital she have COVID and how I don't have none. How I don't have none. I don't understand what really taking place in this country. That once they see you come in the hospital, if you're vomiting, you are COVID. If you're peeing plenty, you are COVID. If you're sneezing plenty, it's COVID. Everything you're going to hospital for is COVID. Right? I don't understand this, and we have to get on top of these people because we are giving the doctors in this country license to kill. License to kill people. The government is giving these doctors, you have to investigate these things. Because I am a victim of the same thing, and it come home by me now. I understand it because it come home by me now. Trinidad and Tobago, I am asking you all, let us join together. Let us join together and come together and protest and get these people out. Get Rowley out. Because Rowley and them is not all the problem we are facing, you know. We are the problem too. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, is the problem too. Because if we sit down and we just watching Rowley and his government and all these people doing all this injustice in our lives, What next? When will it end? Every morning we get up, we're talking about Keith Christopher Rowley. Why? Because we not taking charge. We are the government. We are the government. It's 22, 23 of them. We are 1 million and something people. We hit the street. When we go to the street, we go in today. Then we go back next week. No, you don't get all people like that. Look, old people always say, when the iron hot is to beat it. And we have to beat it. Trinidad and Tobago, we have to get out of our slumber. We have to get out of our sleep. We have to get out of our pulling and tugging with one another. We have to save this country. Trinidad and Tobago is a nice country. We love it. And all of us want to live here in peace. Thank you, and let us fight. Thank you.
Good morning, caller. Where you calling from, and what's your important contribution on the number one program, The Ground Report, this morning?
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Brother Lennox. Brother Lennox, listen to me carefully. Spirit of Butler is beginning to roam the land. We need a reawakening. And I have been told, don't laugh at it, this is serious. The nation needs a drum call.
Brother Clive Nunez.
Yes.
I realize you're waking my spirit with that.
Yes.
The next move we making, we have to organize all drummers, whether it's a tassa, whether at least one drum. Let me try with Brother Nunez. Because Brother Nunez only in my head with this thing. Drum call. Wake the spirit.
It's the reawakening. Because the water is going to be the serious problem. To put it in the hands of the foreigners. All the water that fall from the rain on your roof belong to us. All what in the drain, all what in the river, all what is in the pond. We can't put that into the hands of the foreigners. That is why Butler spirit is beginning to roam the land. It is the reawakening. Lennox, you must understand that. So we need this drum call from 7 one night to 12 midnight, and we will begin to see the reawakening. This is not a joke. People, listen to what I'm telling you. Is Butler who wake me up. And I will want to repeat, I was at Butler's bedside within 24 hours of him leaving the earth. Good? So that is what is in my head. I must bring it out. Now, Mother Burnley, and I don't know why they call the brother that, because I like to be careful, but anyway, Brother Silver Fox, you all have a role to play in this. It's Trinidad and Tobago. It is self-government for Trinidad and Tobago, not old talk. I want to tell you all must begin to tell the young people in Tobago that how wicked the Balize has been against the Tobago people. I make the point. Hurricane Flora, 1963. Out of 7,500 houses and buildings, only 2,500 survived. What happened? Tell the young people that the Balize had you living under tent and tarpaulin for 2 years. Never forget that. We must know that when you rejected the Balize, good, what happened? No, there was a Ministry of Tobago Affairs office in Tobago. The man Dr. Williams put in charge of that was Patrick Augustin Mervyn Manning. Understand me? But he was haughty. He was young, he was haughty. He didn't care much. He never used to visit Tobago. And the people in Tobago called for his removal. And the removal was done, called by the Tobago people. Okay? What happened after that? Years later, when they lost the 2 seats in Tobago, immediately the office of Tobago Ministry was closed down. Mother Bernie, tell the young people what happened. a secessionist spirit began to roam Tobago. Secession. Robinson was part of that, and others. Secession. And what did Eric Williams say? He said, I will not lift a single finger or send a single policeman or soldier to keep them within the unitary statehood. If they want to go, let them
Tobago go. Thank you so much, Brother Clive Nunez. Thank you so much. Oh boy, we had to go for a break, so let me take a quick 1 or 2 more calls. Morning caller. Where are you calling from? What's your
Pleasant good morning.
Good morning.
Pleasant good morning to you, Andy, and good morning to you, Lennox. This is Paul Saran. I'm calling from San Fernando East.
Hey, Paul, you know how long I ain't hear from you, boy?
I'm actually okay, though. I'm presently doing a lot of different things with my life. So politics is one of it in terms of studying political science at UE. So I'm basically at a break right now. So I say, let me just call in and give you my contribution.
Yeah, you make
Andy,
your contribution, man.
Let me tell you something, right? And I want to join hands with Lyndon Mark and Tobago. And I'm saying the People's National Movement, even the supporters and the members are scared to come out and publicly say that they no longer want Dr. Christopher Rowley as the leader and the prime minister of this country.
Well,
and
Paul,
why they are scared?
But Paul, I know you's a man, boy, Paul, that support Dr. Rowley, but like you change your mind. So let we hear why.
Yes, I have to change my mind because I don't like the way in the direction the country is heading. Right? In the earlies, I think that Dr. Rowley would have been a straightforward prime minister and a leader for this country so that people would be able to respect him and put proper laws in place, and especially knowing the fact that he's the head of national security, where he could have implemented certain things where crime is concerned, and that did not happen. Right? But I really called to give a contribution to what's Tobago. I just wanted to tell Lyndon Mark. Yeah. I just wanted to tell Lyndon Mark that, okay, even though Farley and the PDP and Watson Duke had stated they're going to implement certain things in Tobago, because central government would give them a fight, right? Hence the reason things will not be able to implement quickly. And you know, Andy and Lennox, that sometimes when the local arm of the body in Trinidad and Tobago, if they want to victimize, let me say, a UNC councillor, they will not help them. So don't make the councillor look bad that they ain't doing anything. So that is the fight between Tobago and central government. And I would also like to tell the Tobago people, even though you think that Tobago is not ready for self-governance, try to push forward for it. But I don't want to stay long, Andy, but I'll lock on. I'm listening. Thank you.
All right, but what do you think, all right, but in order for them to do that, what is your thoughts on the silence of Duke and Farley, even if they get in that fight? Because when UNC or other governments in power, and it have the PNM and Tobago, London, the news said nothing stopping here. Tobago are real power. What is your thoughts on that continued fight for self-governance and putting things in order for Tobago comes now to giving out bread and thinking, and it's only a Trinidad focus when you have a Roxborough constituents in Tobago, and people in Tobago need things just like how you gain things in Ibitam, you gain things in Tumaca, Lavanti, you have people, you're paying people to walk and campaign, and you're looking to ask the THA to give you a $7 million budget a month to have an office in Tobago to feed Trinidad constituents, when that money, it could be best spent, which is $80 million a year. What is your thoughts on that?
Well, Andy, I cannot say for sure if the money is allocated to the THA is going to watch Trinidad in terms of Watson campaigning here. You know, Watson had a vision where he really wanted to, who knows, become the next prime minister of this country.
And that is what have him not studying Tobago. He more want to be a prime minister.
I'm kind of disappointed in Watson. I mean, I used to liaise with him, and then I realized that he falls short in the cracks. But you know what's the good thing about it, Andy? We have somebody like Farley in Tobago, right? Who is strong, educated, understand the politics. And I wouldn't be surprised that one day Farley could be the next prime minister of this country. So let's allow Duke to do what he has to do, because sometimes you would see that he himself would realize that his whole political career is going down the drain because he made the wrong choices. right? So let's just wait and look on. But the simple thing that I call to say basically is that Tobago needs to start somewhere, and what Fale is doing is beyond correct. So who wants to criticize right now? They can criticize, but let me leave it there, Andy, and I'm locked on and listen. I'll call back another time.
All right, Paul. Well,
you're welcome.
All them PNM people gonna be cussing Paul. They're gonna call him and cuss him now, boy. Oh God! Hey, that Paul. Joel Julia Davy going and cussy. Aisha West going and cussy. Sean Felix, all of them going and play the disowning Paul. When Paul was a main advocate as an East Indian brother for Rowley to be the next Prime Minister. Called it cuss me and all for Rowley. You hear that? Tell me him so long he'd stop talking to me and all. When he hear me quarreling, don't talk about Rowley. I say, oh God. Here Paul now that tell all I don't be wrong, you know. I why I is a man don't hold nobody in mind. All who cussing me for pulling up and disciplining Duke and the PDP and disciplining this one and talking this and talking that. Check it out, you know. It is come right back and the same thing I say is what has happened. But I can remember when I talk about the Indian station U95 that Anil and Victor Robertson was on, and I tell all that is a PNM station that they want to use the UNC to build back the station. The man in Canada, Bob Hines, and insult Ken Ali, I did tell all of that. Watch today. The man in Canada who owned the station, that PNM man, put out the people who was running the thing, give them that kind of pressure, because they might be too balanced, and then take it over back his station and run Anil and Robert and them. All one big money. If you have to talk PNM bad, everything we tell all of this come to part, eh? Watch all yourself. Let me go to the lines. Morning. Oh boy, morning.
Morning, Justin.
Morning, Anderson Wilson.
Andy, the PNM in power how much years? And for the last 7 months, you know, we're not 8 years. I don't know what jobs they have created. I don't think the population of Tobago is going to something out. So if they want
we want you talk Trinidad. We want you talk Trinidad and Trinidad. Beat them. Talk about beat them and Levante people. Don't go no Tobago with me.
Beat them, but you're going to apologize to me though.
What apologizing for you for?
You're not bugging my hustle. I never beg you from them. I never get no money from them.
Yeah, but who tell you I talk about Duke? You come to talk about Duke. I want to hear you talk about Beatam school opening. How about trying one laptop? How about trying to get a school shoes? That's what you want. Don't come here to defend no Duke. Don't come here to defend no Duke.
Indian people and the Beatam is who get into it. You like Indian alone to get. You know, racial Andy.
Aye.
Oh
God, boy, Anderson Wilson. No. I, Andy Williams, is a racial fella, Anderson Wilson, boy. Because you want to come here to promote Duke for the wrong. Everybody Tobago say the man wrong. We doing Trinidad here. Go back to Tobago and do your work for the Tobago people and the people at Rocks, bro. Because he feeding the people that beat him, paying people $500 to walk with him. Everybody eating our food in PNM area. They're taking the money and they go eat them out and they go vote them out still. You want to call here. I don't want you to call here to defend no Duke. Defend the people, Anderson, because I will tell the people that beat them. Anderson is lost in his way. He now stop study beat them, Lavantil, Chukmaka, all the poor PNM areas to want to study PDP, Tobago PDP, where it have poor Tobagonians that want all what you giving Trinidadians right now, and you giving them and leaving Tobago undone. Yeah, let me go to the lines. When you call here, talk about Beatam, that way talk about Trinidad. Don't call me to talk about no Tobago at all. Morning.
Listen, I shall later.
Oh God, boy. I not listening to nothing, boy. Morning, caller.
Morning. Wait till you hear county election call and you see how these people is thinking. You see where they're going around patching the road and they're giving house grant to fix their house and thing. If you saw people jumping up here in Firehouse, I pass through Firehouse. I want to check up on it. And if you see all these people behaving, like they seeing God, these people, last time they get a banana, they're going to get shining beads this time. And you will see, and they will starve after.
Thank you very much. And Joel, yes, I do tell Anderson, or how to tell him what he could talk about. Don't tell me about Tobago. Because again, I know the agenda. Again, Andy Williams, wants nothing from Watson Duke. I ain't asked for nothing for no area, for no beat, no bagatelle where from. I want nothing. What Andy Williams, the pitbull, wants from Watson Duke is he to go to Tobago and run Tobago properly. Come with the changes that he need, or the people of Tobago need. That is what I want. Ask yourself, well then, if what I want is not a noble thing, why Anderson Wilson don't support what I want? And they want to threaten me, listen to Aisha. Boy, Anderson, boy, I not listen to no body, boy. I listen to the Ground Report, the #1 program. I not listen to no PNM traitor Aisha that will use you to make a show, to come to play burn up the Ground Report, and then we'll come back after to what? Talk, and then who go trust you? People go watch you different. So you go ahead and fall in the PNM trap. It don't matter to me. Don't matter to me. Morning caller.
Morning to the good man. Morning to Andy. Morning to Lennox. Morning to Mikey Weber, Mikey. Morning to Cuff. Morning Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, I wonder about really call it to find out is how about what would only one-stop shop, boy? I have just whole yesterday trying to get onto them.
Call my number. Call my number. 366-3053. I go organize and put things in place. The next thing. Right, and the next thing is, remember we serious people in the one-stop shop. We don't want no problems based on no technician must give any kind of trouble to anyone. And we had a technician where, I mean, if you go to fix somebody thing, you take off the part of the fridge or wherever, and you tell them you're going to get a part and you're checking them back, and when people calling you, you ain't answering your phone, and you ain't going back and fix people thing and that kind of bacchanal. I get rid of that technician. Because I not on that. I'm a man of my word. What I like for myself, I like for others. That technician is pump man. That technician is Roger Saunders. That is that technician. Frankie Elder, better known as Frankie Elder, left 1 or 2 people hang up, which we dealing with at this point in time, on real stupidness, real unreliable. And my name mustn't go down no gutter for nobody that you give opportunity to make money and service people. And when what will always hurt me is when you get that opportunity, I ain't want nothing from you. I just promoting people to do poor people work, charge them a good price, and then only go there to distress poor people. I not on that at all. That is get me bad, real bad, because me and work hard to build my name and give people the confidence that, hey, I'll be putting you on to this technician or that technician to do this, and then when that specific technician go, it's real problems against the people that people have been calling. I don't like that, so I tell that technician, get the hands, go your way. So Trinidad and Tobago, for those of you who dealt with the technician, yes, he did good work. He see about some people, however it go, but after people start to get comfortable, there's be inefficient. Don't recommend that technician to nobody. Don't do that, because the calls will come to you, the person that recommend. That person will do good one day, the next day leave you hang up, and I don't want that. Right now I'm trying to clean up about 4 more issues that need to be cleaned up by that technician. But other than that, the one-stop shop is strong and growing. If only get on to the numbers that give, call me. I will put all you on to get the service all you need by reliable people that I don't take no bad name for nobody. And all business people that we dealing with and sending people by all here. Look at saying it plain. If all you know, all you go in and play the fool with people, do not let the pit bull send no work to all you. Because so long as the people complain, that is failure. I will talk out for the people. Alright. So long as all you doing work with me, please come clean, come straight. And make sure most of all that at the end of an encounter with people that giving me the opportunity to give them that service, that you leave them smiling, happy, contented, that they will recommend other people. But so long as you're mashing up that and you ain't doing the right thing for people, we don't want that, because the same people who call the thing is the same people who call the radio to say, well, I deal with this technician, I deal with that one, and this one, this and that, and I told all I warn everybody. It's straight out bad manners. So the one-stop shop is up and running. Again, my advice to each and every one of you, whoever dealt with that specific technician, keep away, don't deal with. All you go end up and don't call me. Like I'm telling you all, I disassociate myself with that technician because of not living up to you, the masses. Better known as Pumpman, some only deal with them. Roger Saunders, Frankie Elder, however, and whoever only recommend that person to, call back them people and disrecommend that person with immediate effect. Because all you're going to end up in problems, remember that. Plain talk, bad manners. It is what it is, and the pitbull of radio have to be what it is. Truth is truth. And my promise to you, the people out there, was, hey, don't deal. Oh, deal with us. We'll make you happy. But so long as anybody getting problems, especially that kind of problems, all of we want to run from. Some people go take work to build people cupboards in the kitchen. Start off the people thing, lead the people thing. Take their money and go on and doing other people cupboards and leaving people hang up. Some people go organize, go to fix people fridge, hang up the people fridge and go on and looking for other work. That hustlers, that people will go only care about themselves and not studying other people. You carry a car by a painter. He say you go paint it in 2 weeks. He start off your car, he leave it hang up. He take another work. Months you waiting for your car. That the bacchanal we can't take no more. A plumber start we work. A electrician start we work. And oh God boy, somehow them dirty people and them, they just start we, hustle we and then leave we hanging. The hell with all of them kind of people. I don't want dealings with them kind of people at all. They're not good. Especially when it's poor people. While they're doing them thing, that is wrong. It's wrong. And anybody dealing with the one-stop shop had to come straight. As long as we advocating and sending work to you, be straight, make people happy. For God's sake, just do the right thing. Alright, let me go to the lines now, man. Morning caller.
Yeah, Mr. Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Anderson Wilson. You ain't telling nobody you pay a man in Bagatelle the case.
Oh God. Next caller. Morning caller.
Morning, Mr. Andy.
Morning caller.
Morning, Andy, and the Gong Report. Well, calling from St. James here. Hello?
Yes, St. James.
Yes, sir. Last time I checked, the reason why Rowley and the PLM has the authority as the Prime Minister to rape this country dry is because of the 2 seats in Tobago. One must remember that the UNC won the elections in Trinidad. So Watson Duke, as you rightly say, should be focusing on the Tobago effort to get rid of this taxing, lying, thieving, corrupt government. You're right. And Anderson Williams and them, I don't know what to say about them fellas now. But let the fight continue. But he should be in Tobago focusing on them 2 seats. is Tobago is the reason why Rowley is in office. He see that or he don't care? Watson Duke need to get up and smell the coffee. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you very much. Good morning, caller. Oh God, Anderson. That's how you is. That's the conversation, kind of stupid conversation you want. That is any man a God, that any man that like children, that any man that want better for beaten people, that any man that want better for country. Because you want to go down a kind of destructive, kind of stupid role. For what? Because I and many people want to keep Watson Duke to order the secretary, the vice secretary of the THA. And after 8 months, want them to know, here it is, what's going on with the Tobago business? Come on now, man. Come on now, man. Come better than that now, man. Anderson Wilson, man. He's a better man than that. I don't know how to go off course and be on stupidness. The lines are open. What good you'll bring to a program wanting to destruct a program because you ain't get your way? What bring you'll get a program wanting to organize and be destructive towards the message of the program and getting rid of the PNM government that's suffering all away? I thought that is a part of where you are. So come better than that now, man. Morning, caller.
Yeah, morning.
Morning. Where calling from? And what's your contribution this morning?
Calling from Carnage.
Go ahead, Carnage.
You hear what the caller, two, three callers before call and say?
How what? Wait. Your phone breaking and your phone breaking and coming in, partner. You go ahead there with the contribution.
The forgotten years are suffering, and all the pain and all the stress the government put them through. And if the government come this morning and they run a project, everybody jump up. It's time people have to forget that. We have a lot of burning issues in the country to deal with, a lot of burning pressing issues. I just respect the job what you all doing and love how you're trying to carry forward the word to the people and them, but the people and them need to open up their eyes. This station is a station, the whole of Trinidad will be listening this. Trust me. There are people who don't call, but they're listening. The whole of Trinidad listening this. And Trinidad don't know what they're supposed to do. You understand?
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you very much. Oh boy. Good morning, caller. Morning to you.
Yeah, producer Crawford, Lennox. And want to say speedy recovery to Miss Ruby. And we had to get this reform.
Nice. And where are you calling from?
Well, you know this protest man.
Protest man. Oh, go ahead, protest man.
Yeah, we have to get a reform. And you see, right now, we are in good right where we want it. Right now, we lost a matter. You have to pay the central bank governor X amount of millions. Right? So we have him right where we want him right now. So we can't give up on him. We have to give him some dread protest in front of the door, in front of the office. You understand? Because we have to get this disclosure how much he have to pay the man now for misfiring the man, you understand? Misconduct in his office. And he have to compensate the man now for defamation of character. So you see where we have him right now? Right now he's silent, he's hiding. So we have to have him right where we want him. We have him in a corner right now and we have to make use of it. You understand? So you know you go see him in front of the door. You know that, people. So he had to reverse that property tax. have to reverse it by force. Otherwise, tell me how much he have to pay the man. And he ain't going and tell me, and Rowley ain't going and tell me. Because look what happened with Darrell Smith. Up to now, we still waiting. You understand? So all these things, we have to get this reform. I want to see politicians make 5 years and pay back $10 million. That is in the law. That is the new procurement regulation they bring in. So I want to see that. You know that, Pitbull. I don't make joke with that.
Thank you very much, protest man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So correct. Morning caller. Go ahead.
Andy.
Go ahead, madman. Go ahead.
You. If anybody say you racial, that's the last thing you is about. You is anti-racial. You is that everybody is pampas, every last thing, boy. And the submission drop it so boy, Andy boy, David boy too, and the same boy too is make good contribution here, but he shall apologize. And he's not a racial man. And he's one of the best thing we have on the radio, boy. Distributing food, everything, boy, for the people. You look at what color hair you have, what color skin you not on that. Yesterday I was telling you about the ship, the Babylon ship of it, and you I thought make my contribution and you call to find out. It's on Yesterday Express.
You're breaking up, madman. In and out, in and out. We hear you in and out.
I'm moving, I want to make a contribution. Yeah,
we hear you there now.
This Kapayan thing by Andy boy, hot and boy. You know why? Most of them fellas, 99% of them fellas are youth men doing this thing, boy. Last year went to see about the people in the beat town doing this thing too, looking to make a living there. How you could close on this thing for 6 months, boy? That is so not when you close on after the horse boat, you're not close the stable. When you close on this thing, the people going to suffer more and more crime because them fellas and them, right? Them fellas youth man and them. They get a little kakalang when the day up, you know, boy. When they jump on a man van to hustler, strap iron, boy. Yeah? How you could close on that thing, boy? I know, brain, boy. Fitzy and them, and no good, boy. It's Fitzy and get $50,000, $60,000 how much, you know, and them surety, you know, boy. Public servant pay surety, you know. When you're self-employed and you're looking to eat, you're going to, watch me now, the thing going to happen now. But I can't understand, I really blasted the I vex. And before I say the wrong thing and you cut me off, let me hang up.
All right, madman. Morning caller.
Yes, morning, sir.
Morning. And where are you calling from?
I want to say the morning to the Beacom family.
Yes, yes.
And this is a soul, yeah. A soul, yeah, the field. You understand? All you have to get understand.
Watch, you're breaking in. We hearing you real low. Talk up a little bit.
Understand? You have to get understand hearing too. You have to give me hearing, let the nation hear what the people have to say because the people feeling pain. My name is Mr. Black.
Yeah, but Mr. Black, Mr. Black.
Yes.
Anderson Wilson have the opportunity to let the nation hear of the pain of the people of Lavantie, Beetham, Trinidad, yeah, he have the opportunity to do that. But having the opportunity to be destructive because things ain't going in his favor, that is not the way. Go ahead.
Give me a chance to make my contribution.
Go ahead, partner.
All right. You see, people, it's time for we to stop this war. You see, Lavantie, Beetham, John, Mova, all over. We were in among the wrong set of people. The wrong set of people we were in against. You see, the people who are oppressing we in this country here, it's them we have to put up a fight on today, tomorrow, and until they hear we. You see this one day thing them union coming with, but they want to come for one day and poor people suffering. Listen what I say. You have to go days until they hear you. You see this one day thing and they're playing with poor people, or they get serious in this country, you know. Get serious because it's a waking coming, you know. Rowley, Kamala, everybody, all you listening, you know. All right, have a good day, TNT.
Thank you very much. Morning caller.
Yes, Andy. Good morning. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago and the regular callers, everybody. Anderson, good morning to you. You surprised me this morning very bad. This Elsie Koro talking. He's come by True Value, working by True Value. You shocked me this morning, you know, Anderson. Anderson is a good one. You have good sense. you will call Andy a racial and you're going on Aisha Wells' program and you're telling Andy to listen? You say all kind of thing about Aisha Wells Anderson. Anderson, you're real surprised me, you know. I ain't vexed with you, you know, but a shock. You say all kind of thing about Rowley, this and the other, and guys, where you turn wrong and saying this morning about Andy's a racial. Andy's not no racial person, Anderson. Try and listen. You shock me. I'm surprised that you're vexed with you, but still good morning and you have a nice day. Andy, you keep on doing the good work and don't let nobody distract you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But again, my rock and my shield is my God. I know for the work that I'm doing, all kind of missiles, bombs, nuclear bombs, talk, propaganda. I know all kind of things will be thrown towards me. Because why? I shoot for talk. I shoot for stand up for the people. I shoot whether it's UNC, PNM, anybody come there, that I will be boisterous towards any wrongdoing that they're doing if they ain't seen by the people. No weapons formed against the Pitbull Radio will stop me. I shoot for work, making sure Wassa workers, Wassa ain't closed down, and all these hundreds of workers ain't lost their work. I shoot to make sure that TNTech ain't follow suit. I shoot to make sure that whatever other companies that we own, we the people own, that could create stable employment, that we people get stable employment, so in that way they don't waste the time going to university, studying, and at least could pick up a good sustainable job with benefits, than that go study, mother spending plenty money, making all that sacrifice to their degree, and then go and sit down in KFC and work, Subway and work, go and pick up garbage, what? Go and fix shoe, what? That is why you ain't gonna be true for. I, Andy Williams, nobody will never, ever, ever hear me change my morals when it comes to truth and when it comes to fighting for poor people. And nobody will never see I or hear I, Andy Williams, fighting on anybody that is for truth and is for poor people. Anybody that is for truth and for poor people, I always give a voice. Anderson Wilson is for truth. He's for poor people. He will always have his voice. But when the destruction vex Anderson Wilson on board, I will cut him off. I will tell him, boy, hey, shake yourself up. Don't go down that road. That is a P&M road. That is just distraction, stupidness. Remember what Manning said about Rowley. When Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley don't get his own way, he become a raging bull. Anderson Wilson, I hope you are not a Rowley, that when you ain't get your own way, that you will become a raging bull with the Ground Report or any host of the Ground Report. And with who? With who? What station? What is the intent? God bless you, Anderson Wilson. God bless you. I hope by now and later you summer down, you cool yourself, and you get back on track with what you are accustomed doing. Fight for your poor people. Fight for your beaten people. School opening, plenty of them in no books, this, that. That is your type of fight. You see, fighting for the politician, direct, especially Watson Duke. That is a fight I'm telling you, me and you going on real fight. Because my morals ain't changing. 8 months is real long, and I not seeing nothing going on in Tobago. And I am saying, even if they get in trouble from central government, where is the fight from Watson Duke and Farley and the rest of PDP? Mobilizing the people of Tobago, letting them know that their obstacles is central government Trinidad, Mbert and the PNM, where the fight's supposed to be. But right now, silent what? Waiting for election to win, then to what? Now want to open them out when Kamala come in power? Come on now, man. Fight for the one now. Everybody's afraid to fight the PNM. Why the PDP and Watson Duke and fighting the PNM all now? No, they're waiting for Kamala to come in power to fight she. That's just how it is. We men in this country like to pick on woman now. I want to open your bomb slap. I want a woman don't talk. So everybody will be a part of fight Kamala. But don't fight what Rowley, because why? Rowley better than all here? Well, boy, if I fighting Rowley and he better than all, Rowley and better than me. And if I stand up to Rowley, whether who is who, what is what, whether activist, politician, what, can't fight me. Well, they can't fight me because they can't fight Rowley. I fighting Rowley. All the rest, all you afraid. So catch all yourself. Morning caller. Next caller. Morning caller.
And then you afraid to let me talk.
Brother, if you're coming with Anderson Wilson, if you're cooking for
you're saying things that people can put you in court for.
If
you watching you get people 500 on you, and you don't know where you
I not know Watson talk, boy, when people hungry, boy. Right now my trainer no books, boy, brother. To go to school when school open, boy. I not know Watson talk. The man campaigning, the man sharing money. It is what it is. Lime Sue. The man campaigning in Trinidad and Tobago. People walking with him. He's sharing money. Where he get all that money? What do you go get all that money from? Is he doing the same thing? I glad he doing that for you in the Bitam and all, you know. But my issue is, are he doing the same thing for Tobago? His constituents, Roxborough, and the other constituents, knowing that he's the leader of the PDP and want to be a prime minister. Let Watson fight for himself, Anderson Wilson. Me and you better than that. Don't fight them politician fight. Don't let them politician put a spoke between me and you. We better than that. We for people, brother. I not talking for no Watson. I don't self talk for the UNC. No. I not on that. The politicians that defend themselves. We own them. Them don't own we. They work for us. We don't work for them. Morning caller.
Boy, I get through, boy, but my money go done, you know, boy. You know how long I trying to get through it, you boy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bless up, yeah. God bless all you, boy, Andy, boy, and then boy, and Cough, boy, bless up all you, boy. God bless all you, man, and keep all you strong, boy. Don't worry yourself, boy. I really, yeah.
Nice. Morning caller. Go ahead and make your contribution, Anderson. Again, I is a big man. Go ahead, make your contribution, Anderson Wilson. Let everybody see you for who he is. Go ahead, Anderson.
Right.
Go ahead.
I look up on the Monopole website. You Lennox or know that website, right? The supporters know it, the listeners know it.
What website is that?
And Wednesday, I look up and see Ruby Jenny in the hospital. How much you only for Monopole? All of us must look up. How much you only for Monopole? When I look for she. You want me to talk? Robert Amaran, Sharon, you went 90K. All of them working together. All of them working together. Women. Who are talking for no religion? They're talking for no religion yet. These are people in the Congress talk about all here. All I tell all of them can't let me talk, Andy. All they cannot let me talk. I will embarrass all here. All they could only come on this station and everything for you is Carmela and UNC. Anything else? Bad. All they can call Rowley Raper, man. I Indian man call here and say he was surely dead.
Well, when we watch the language here, explain without the language. Yeah. Go ahead.
When the man say he was surely dead, speedily.
Go ahead, we hear you, go ahead.
But I'm going to extend the labor issue I cut them off. All they cannot let me talk, Andy. And for the lady, I don't come short for a little for friends. I have to man buy. I don't come short neither. I don't have to cash for myself, tell me when they reach 150. I doesn't do that. Right? And if poor people get help in Bitam and Sharon get in the books, you vex for that?
Yes, they're for that, they're glad for that, they're glad for that, they're glad for that.
Sharon get in books, Andy.
Yes, yes.
And nobody, you also stating that you want to unbug my yourself. The father asked me, Andy, if what should you give me money? And I told you, no. I not asking for no money. See what I see? He took 2 children.
No, but he giving money. He giving money. It may be not cash, but he giving money because he helping all the people at Bitam and he helping you out. So that is money.
helping me out.
Yeah, but
Andy,
you say you helping?
I don't know why you might sharing things, you know.
No, not you.
You might
Again.
all line up a books
Oh,
there.
so PDP helping all the people at the beat them, yes or no?
I might tell you. You listen properly. The church come and take some of place too. You know that?
Right, so the PDP helping out, the church helping out.
The Shama, PNM Shama helping out child in Beatam too.
Right.
Yeah, that PNM people helping people in Beatam too. What do you run them?
No, they can't do that.
Everybody come to help a child in Beatam, they welcome. But you're going about...
No, but you had to take with it, you had to take with the give you. And get rid of them, yeah.
You take with the you.
And get rid of the PNM.
And this is no party card. So no people can make me no radio can make this look bad. But and for the lady, I don't want the girl on the listen and shower. She listen and shower too. I must just come to a little bit any friend with all your.
All right. Anything else important, Anderson Wilson? Anything else important?
For the UNC and the UNC alone. Only not for the country. Only not for country. Who you see what's in Joe Given thing is sharing all the gang all that against that.
All right, and all I say is the same way you getting training Trinidad thing, get training Tobago thing too. The same way you giving Trinidad children thing, Watson do. Give Tobago children thing too.
Tobago children get over get.
Tobago children get? Watson do get Tobago children?
Tobago children over get. Me not asking you.
All right.
The PNM in Tobago, they see by themselves. If the PLM that's supplying in Tobago, if he was in Joke and Pali, them themselves. All the supporters were taken care of. I just talk to people in Tobago every day, right? I have a girlfriend in Signal Hill. You might tell me.
All right, so who you advise the people, because I like that. So who you advise?
We need to do in Trinidad.
Who you
advise? What them doing in Tobago.
Right, who you advise?
We need to vote out the PNM here. Local election coming. You see Kamala making the gun?
Right, so who you advise them to vote for the local government election? Anderson, who you advise them to vote for? It have PDP, it have UNC, it have Duke, it have Kamala, it have PNM. Who you advise them in the beat them to vote for? Port of Spain. Get them an idea. Who to vote for?
None.
So you ain't what
I should have no vote campaign. I might have to say.
So you ain't advising them to vote for no. Right, you ain't advising them. You ain't advising them to vote. Listen now, we can't talk too long. We sounding like we arguing. Brother.
You walking in South Florida. Because they don't care about the South Florida. They walking beat them get UNC the most of the vote.
All right, Duke walking beat them. Duke walking beat them, as you say. Right, Duke walking. So you're not advising them to vote Duke because he walking, he's seen about all
I'm not advising nobody to vote nobody. You're there for what? You're there for what, Andy?
Oh, well, I just asking. I never say that. I ask you a question, partner.
Only advise people to vote the UNC.
You never
even UNC constituency.
You never hear me advising nobody to vote UNC. I just tell people who Andy Williams will support. And I will say it again, I don't care. With fear or favor. Trinidad and Tobago, yours truly the Pitbull Radio. Between Rowley and Kamla Prasad Bisessa, we are 100% without any fear or favor. I support Kamla Prasad Bisessa over Rowley any day, anytime. Some people will say it's two evils, but what I will say, one evil better than one. One evil was giving the children laptops. One evil wasn't covering property tax. One evil because VAT out of food prices. One evil was spending real money in education. One evil the hospital system was working better. One evil children was getting book grant. One evil mothers was getting baby grant and milk for the children. One evil old people get raised twice. Oh God, why else again? One evil don't have land for the landless to make sure black people and all that we can own, we own land. Well, which one of the evil you want to support, Anderson Wilson? The one that digging on my eye, the one that mashing on my life, the one that when I go hospital at a bench for 16 hours? Which evil? I can't get Panadol, I can't get Panid, we can't get nothing. Things hard, things bad. Which one of the evil you want me support? And as I just tell people, I will never come here and tell anyone all your vote UNC. I don't do them kind of thing. What I will always say is I will tell all you who I support, why I support. In order for you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, make informed decisions based on facts. And it have no ifs or bout or maybe. Out of the two evils, one is way 80% better than the other. And who want to pelt stone? Who want to vex? Because we live in a country with race voting, and the two main parties is the UNC and the PNM. And I don't want to split votes. I want the PNM to go the way. Let Rowley and the people go the way. At this point in time, and from now till I have breath in me, I, Andy Williams.
Andy, I take a note. I take note of what you're saying. Are you hearing me?
Yes. You go ahead now, Lennox Smith.
I tried to get you for the longest while.
Go ahead.
I had also reboot. It appears that I had some communication problem. Anyhow, of course, what you have described really is good and evil. Clearly, it's not a matter of true evil. It's a matter of, even though you said so, but what you have described is good and evil.
Now,
the fact
I just talk my language, Lennox Smith. Clear that for me, Lennox Smith. I will clear it for me. I just said that as a grassroots twine because that's what they say. They say all politicians, political parties evil, but it have one evil better than one, and like they say, all politicians are thief, but one is Robin Hood, and one. So I just using the late twang, that type of twang.
I hear you, but for a person like me, that's an oxymoron.
All right.
The fact of the matter is that there is one that has demonstrated in no uncertain terms in 5 years, between 2010 to 2015, that it is for the people, of the people, and by the people, true democracy, and therefore the as far as was possible, equitable distribution of the country's resources based on needs, not as the PNM, as you have described, total bias, total nepotism, cronyism, and a betrayal of the democratic ideals, and certainly infringement of the rule of law and the concept of what is fair and right. We have seen that over and over, and too often not to be so discerning. That being as it may, let me just quickly, before we go for the break, say that it is not by accident, people. Let me talk generally here. It is not by accident we are cautioning and we are admonishing the situation in Tobago to be regularized. It's not by accident. We looked very carefully at the results of the two elections that transpired, the last one, and of course the 6-6 situation. And what we have discovered, for example, in the 6-6 situation, the PNM had 13,000 votes in totality. 13,000 votes, and in the election that made the difference, I'm talking about the 14-1 scenario, the subsequent elections, the PNM got 11,000 votes, and the PDP got 16,000 votes. What does that tell you?
It's real close.
At least 2,000 of the PNM voters, let's put it that way, would have gone to the PDP to make up the 16,000. So it means, in effect, they would have had a lead in the vicinity just about 2,000 votes. It means, therefore, that the PNM is still a formidable force in Tobago, and that is why it will be, in other words, irresponsible of us not to caution the PDP. And that person, of course, is the embodiment, the PDP is the embodiment in the person of Watson Duke. And what we are saying is that you cannot be like the dog on the bone, keeping, or to be more specific, the ostrich, burying your head in the sand, telling yourself everything is honky-dory, when in fact the facts, the statistics, the empirical evidence doesn't bring out what people are being made to believe. And therefore there are 2 seats in Tobago that must be covered or won by the PDP, and with the statistics that came out of the exercise, once again the PNM got in the 6-6 situation 13,000 votes thereabout in totality. In the subsequent election 14-1, they got 11,000 votes. It means therefore it's just a matter of 2,000 votes that they didn't get coming out of the previous election in the 6-6 situation. But however, the PDP got 16,000 votes. If you take away 2,000 from
just a 4,000 difference.
That's right, exactly.
4,000.
And that 4,000, one could assume, were people who
PNM people.
No, listen. The 2,000
hold on.
difference. Listen carefully, Andy.
Yeah, we listening.
The 2,000 difference would have been persons who would not have voted before and decided to vote, because the total percentage of vote in the 6-6 situation was 51%, and when the 14-1 situation emerged, it was 57% of the electorate that voted. So it means therefore persons who didn't decide to vote or decided, no, well, listen, I will vote now, that made up the 6% difference in terms of more persons voting in the 14-1 situation. Understand?
Meaning people come out.
It is not by accident. It is not by accident we are talking in that way. I waited, but it's about time that we make the people understand, both in Tobago and in Trinidad, that we have evaluated the situation. In fact, the former chief secretary, he lost his seat by two votes. That is not something that we must take
only lightly. 2 votes. Only 2 votes. So he can get back that seat.
Just now. And more so, the fella who is now the minority leader. He has won one of the 3 seats that was created by the EBC or on behalf of the PNM, with respect, of course, to that additional 3 seats that they went into the last election with. So understand, once again, let me just give you a synopsis. In the 6-6 scenario, the PNM got 13,000 votes. 51% of the electorate voted. In the subsequent election, with the 15 seats, and the PDP got 14 as opposed to the PNM, the PNM got 11,000 votes. It means therefore they were short by 2,000 to get their 13,000. However, PDP got 16,000 votes. 16,000 votes.
Go ahead,
and it means therefore you can take 2,000 from that, and therefore they remain with 14,000. So 2,000 votes really is what made the difference. So and you must understand that 57% of the electorate voted in that election, which simply means that more persons voted, and therefore PNM didn't substantially lose.
Hold. We are a hold. No problem. Go ahead, caller. This person there.
Go ahead. Good morning.
Morning. Anderson, good morning to you, honey. I'm not vexed with you. Anderson, Chuval, you know you spend your money. You don't ask for nothing. All of that then call for Anderson. Keep up the good word and use your brains, Anderson. You're a good person. You talk good things. We never say that how you just come by Chuvalu and beg for anything, Anderson. You come and you buy your thing and you make us laugh. Be good, Anderson. Use your brain sometimes. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
So I want to make it clear that we have looked at the statistics and we can give you more. I'm just giving you the generic. And therefore, when we delve into the statistics, we are satisfied that there is a need for the PDP to do more in Tobago to cover the 2 national seats, Tobago East and Tobago West. I trust that would put the argument and the to-in and fro-in and the criminations in perspective, and that we are not talking by accident on the ground report. We always back it up with facts, and of course, if it means that fact, in this case, would be statistical facts.
Nice. We're trying to be good. The lines are open. We're just taking 2 more calls before we go for a break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Gong Report.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
It's all you need, a little bit of city in the country. Sangre Grande is the place to be. DG Homes gives you luxury, affordable, brand new. DG Homes come shining through. Step into reality, a home of possibilities. Dreams come true, it could be you. DG Homes, modern, luxurious living for all.
Warrell Regis and Company Limited. Services offer new tires and battery sale, motor vehicle inspection, mechanical repairs, fleet maintenance, tire alignment, wheel balancing and rotation, nitrogen installation, auto body repairs, authorized agent for all major insurance, windshield replacement, wrecking service, parts and accessories. SMR Enterprise Chaguanas. Telephone 665-3377 or email warrellregis@yahoo.com. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Warrell Regis and Company Limited.
Resal's Funeral Home Company Limited. Services include cremation, burial, embalming, human remains repatriation, tents, and grave markers. At Resal's Funeral Home, you can stay in the comfort of your own home and be assured that all your funeral needs are met, from the time your loved one passes on to the day of burial or cremation, which simply means we do registration, acquire death certificates, and much more. We are on call 24 hours, 350-3626 or 218-5104.
Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs. Get your eShop, PSN, Roblox, and Steam cards. Also get the latest PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Switch games. We have everyday specials, 2 for $500 on games for everyone. Shop online at sheltechelectronics.com and get even more discounts. Visit us at 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Capital Plaza, Port of Spain. Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs.
Looking for that West Indian taste? Visit A&A Baked Doubles and Roti, where you can get the best tasting doubles in New York City. Located at 1337 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, New York. Contact us at 1-347-425-0016.
Harry, restaurant number 67, Western Main Road, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, Friday, roast beef, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dog, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Yo, may I have your attention, please? Saturday, August 13th, get ready for Born to Dance. When they hear your music, let me be your rocking chair. This one presented by Master Sounds at Moonlight Pub Tunapuna. DJs Kibuki, special delivery, music chest, and Master Sounds. Advance tickets $100. 2 people on 1 ticket.
Looking for good quality tires, wheels? The place to be. Racetrack Wheels. Recognized as the #1 wheel center in the Caribbean. Customer satisfaction at its best. We are the sole distributor for the top performing tires. Salem, Atrezzo, and Achilles tires. Truck and off-road tires also available. Over 2,000 different styles to choose from at our showroom. So come in and check us out today. Get your vehicle outfitted by the professionals. Racetrack Wheel. 3D computerized alignment, wheel balancing, and nitrogen services provided at all 3 locations. 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, 82 Bethany Road, Buku, Tobago, and 64 South Main Road, Chase Village. For further information, contact us at 642-1539-285-9168. You won't regret it. Better be safe than sorry, guys.
You choose. natural boost. Ginger, lime and turmeric. Keep away every sickness. Get a bottle of the sorrel spice. And make a healthy choice in your life. And let me drink up the juice. And let me drink up the thing from the roots. And let me drink up the thing from the fruits. The juice.
Do you need good and affordable vehicle repairs at quick turnaround times? Yes, you do. DSR Auto Mechanics is specialized in gas and diesel engines and also suspensions. They are located at Agostini Settlement, Chase Village, Chaguanas. Call Darren at 327-3294 or 477-8465. Call now.
Home is where you can foster new memories, where you can rejuvenate. Home is where love is, a peace of mind. Home is a house with a land to expand. Home is at the serene Boacono Park or the gated sanctuary of Ella Vista Gardens. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, indoor laundry, and private parking. Starting at $1.275 million, Home is DG Homes, Sangre Grande, 691-5659, 721-9186 or 379-8999. DG Homes, modern and luxurious living for all.
After 2 years of lockdown, this independence, let's celebrate.
The best men on radio.
Tuesday, 30th August, the night before independence, the Garden Sanctuary, Center of Excellence, Mokoya.
Celebrate with the hitman Howie T, Sensational Sammy, DJ Darryl, Sir Charles, King Kabuki, Big Rich, TC, and Selector Fingers.
Also performing live, Prophet Benjamin and Tony P.
Get your early bird tickets now at Crosby, St. James, Bobby's Bar, Curap, La Luna, Aruca, Sammy's Seafoods in Arima, Diamonds by Sarah, San Fernando, Tap One Clothing, Shagona, Golden Spot Bar, El Dorado, Mart's Liquor Mart, Diego Martin, and Castro's in Arima.
The Best Man Reloaded. A must-go event, Tuesday, 30th August, the night before independence. The Garden Sanctuary, Center of Excellence, Mokoya.
I love me Ramage. I'm ready to break away. I can't wait for Juve, so the man to start things today. Me say.
After 2 years of longing, the most anticipated event is back. Juve in August. August 14th, Sensational Sammy transforms the Anchorage Beach Club into a carnival vibe with soca. Prepare your gear, outfit in hand, crew ready. Most of all, make sure you purchase your early bird tickets for only $200. Tickets go on sale from Friday 22nd online at suntix.com and at regular outlets. Juve in August, August 14th, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. A production of Sensational Sammy Sound Company, sponsored by suntix.com. Anchorage, we come in.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruca, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Saturday, August 13th, Hyde and Farouk present Red Carpet, the event. Red Carpet.
Anywhere you go, it's a feel and pull up.
The Police Mess, Long Circular Road, St. James. Doors open at 10 p.m. Featuring your superstar DJs, Kabuki, Howie T, Dr. Ross, Junior Mafia, Rise International, Dr. High.
Pull up the vibes that you're playing. Can you play some more?
Tickets are $100. Available at Bobby's Bar Curate, La Luna's Bar Aruca, Farouk's Barbershop in Mova, Cleve's One Stop, the Sawa Crew, and the Police Mess in St. James. Red Carpet, the event.
I like the way you work it. No diggity.
For more information, call 303-5920 and 748-0085. This is a Red Carpet event.
More FM is the official station for Red Carpet.
What goes in
is a local something that makes it all taste better. It's the flavor of our culture. Come from here, come from there, and everywhere. It's the special flavor that's made us savor at the Royal Castle. Oh, come the Royal Castle. Royal Castle. Flavor to the bone. Royal Castle. Taste the very own. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Taste the unique flavor of our culture at Royal Castle.
96 Degrees presents A Woman Like You. A Woman Like You.
To deserve the love of a woman like you.
On Saturday, the 20th of August, at the Moonlighting Pub, Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna.
I can be a hero, baby.
Featuring Howie T, Dr. High, DJ Maggie, Music Library, and Curtis 96 Degrees.
No, I never been someone shy.
Doors open at 10 p.m. Advance tickets cost $80. At the door, you pay more. Available at Moonlighting Pub and La Luna's Aruca.
Secret lovers, yeah.
For more info, call 319-5534. On Saturday, the 20th of August, we get ready for A Woman Like You.
I put a smile back on your face.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yes, indeed, yes, indeed.
Go ahead, Lennox Smith.
Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Of course, we are back. Just before the break, I trust that the information disclosed would have put the arguments 2, 4 against in between to rest. It is not by accident, once again, that the ground report's concern has been expressed in the way that it is being expressed or have been expressed. The fact of the matter is that when we looked at the statistics of the results of the two previous elections, the two elections that culminated finally in the dominance of the PDP, it cannot be and one must not be complacent. Out of an abundance of caution, we are merely saying that in the 6-6 scenario, within 1 year, last year, one election in January, the next one, of course, in December. But the fact of the matter is that 51% of the vote were cast. The PNM got 13,000 in that encounter. And then, of course, the subsequent elections with additional seats manipulated and organized by the Prime Minister himself, a resident, or should I say, a born Tobagonian, but clearly wanted to make certain that he manipulated the situation by the involvement of the EBC, and they did not fail to disappoint. They divided up, of course, and got to the additional 3 seats from popular PNM-dominated electoral districts. We know that. Everybody else know that. PDP ought to know that, but more so the PNM would have known that, and therefore the usual attempt to have an unfair victory by not leveling the playing field. Went into the next elections with 15 seats. The PNM came out with 11,000 votes as opposed to their 13,000 prior. It means, therefore, they were short by 2,000. I'm just rounding off the figures. The PDP came out with 16,000 votes in that encounter, which it catapulted them into office as we speak. The fact of the matter is that if you take away that 2,000 votes that the PNM did not get in that elections, it means that they will remain with 14,000. It means that, therefore, that when one looks at 51% of the electorate voted in the earlier election, the 6-6 situation, and 57% voted in the subsequent election, where of course the PDP won 14-1. It means therefore that additional votes came into play. Additional votes came into play. Persons who didn't want to vote for whatever reason, didn't vote previously, they voted, and so that number of persons voted climbed to by a whole 6%. So 57% of the electorate voted. It means therefore when one looks at that, it is very easy for that grouping to get disappointed. That group, that 2,000 difference, could get disappointed and not vote for the PDP or go back to the status quo. What would that mean? It means, therefore, in the national elections, the possibility that the feeling that it is not already shell and is a fait accompli may well be may be a bad or wrong calculation. All we are saying, out of an abundance of caution, and to make certain that the PDP wins the 2 seats in Tobago, that focus be paid to Tobago 1 and do nothing to, of course, generate any disenchantment. You remember, the PNM also are aware, in fact, we are satisfied as well, that when the former chief secretary realized he only lost by 2 seats, that by itself is motivation. But then when we see the minority begins, of course, to criticize the budget that was laid in the THA House of Assembly by, of course, the current chief secretary, and then we hear him, of course, criticizing the present administration in Tobago for laying off persons. That's how we said it, even though the reality is that there were letters to, of course, try to right-size certain parts of the THA and to, of course, offer opportunities for others. He ain't saying it so. But then, of course, every single opportunity is now being taken for them to get some political advantage. So here what? The head of Pantrinbago recently criticized the THA for its organizing of the upcoming major event Carnival. And then, of course, the minority leader, he is on board with that as well. And then, of course, they are criticizing that why go to Grenada rather than coming to Trinidad, not realizing that as far as the THA is concerned, we understand it, that is not already shell. People will naturally gravitate to Tobago from Trinidad for Carnival. But of course, those who are opposed to the PDP will be saying it is a foolhardy idea. Why not waste resources in reinforcing and to make sure that Trinidad come to Tobago? That is the kind of talk that we are getting, and we cannot sit idly by as a responsible group of individuals who have made their contribution to ensuring, because it's only we predicted the victory that occurred. In fact, it is almost total, because we were saying it was a total sweep. We weren't looking at the PNM having any say at all in Tobago as far as minority leader is concerned. They would have to create one for themselves from among, of course, the PDP ranks. But the fact of the matter is that that exists. And in those circumstances, you will understand why it is that Andy may be expressing it in the way how he knows it. But of course, the reality is that those statistical reality, those empirical evidence cannot be underestimated or in any way discarded. And it is against that background we are saying that out of an abundance of caution, that focus wherever the resource is and what is available be retained in Tobago until the 2 seats in Tobago East and Tobago West, is solidly in the box of the PDP, and until there is an effort or an indication or overtures that the totality of that mission is being pursued, we have a duty and responsibility to express our concerns, and that is what we have been doing, expressing our concern. The PDP may have a different perspective, I don't know, but we, based on the statistics, based on the outcome of the last elections, I am sure every one of you out there, whether you are sympathetic or not, must be concerned as well, based now that you know there is a statistical basis for the arguments that are being advanced by the ground report.
So true.
So I expect that we had put the cards on the table. We waited for this moment because we wanted to hear the arguments to or pro and con, to and fro, recriminations after recriminations. Now that you know, we expect that as intelligent callers and as intelligent listeners and as true patriots, and the Tobagonians, of course, would be hearing what we are now saying for the first time, that, of course, we get on board and understand out of an abundance of caution, the ground report has taken a particular position to caution the PDP to do what is required at this point in time to make sure that the 2 seats in Tobago are returned in any national elections to come in Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you so much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wow. Now we're trying to, the lines are open, but I'm trying, right, I now get connected there, man. I now get connected. Morning caller. Wait, let me see. Morning
Andy,
caller.
and don't forget, we also looked at the
Andy is speaking with me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, sorry brother, go ahead, sorry.
Good morning, Andy, Lennox, Cuff, Mikey, everybody on the chat and who are locked in, everybody. Andy, I must compliment you on being a sanitary inspector. You have to start sanitizing this program. Stick to your guns and start sanitizing. Too much of disrespect is being meted out to people who did nothing to none of these people. You understand? And you have to start doing it. And next thing I want to say, Andy, you know, I really thought my money had no value, because I kept calling about the things to repair for me and nobody ever showed up.
Right,
I ended up buying.
All right,
I ended up buying a new vacuum, and that could have spent to give them the sale and thing, Andy. But I want to say one last thing before I go, Andy. No, you see, they have to pull up themselves, Andy. If they're trying to build a business, they can't be doing people that. You understand? And I was glad Mr. LaHockette raised the issue this morning. Now, I want to just raise a little issue before we go, because I know we're running out of time. Selwyn Cudjoe wrote this in last Sunday Express. That's Sunday going, the week before that. While the PNM Women League has been vociferous in defending their leader, it never had a conference or consultation on parenting, poverty, scholastic achievement, or any of those topics that goes to the heart of what ails society. They couldn't do all of that. They couldn't even defend domestic violence and child abuse. We never heard a word from the PNM Women League concerning the short, stocky, ugly man with the short rasp who abusing children, or all the things that are going on in the homes and them. But all you come run out to defend all your political leader against who's swinging from special branch or not special branch. You understand? That is what should be important to them, not the nonsense. But I want to tell them, all you might like Twiggy, we might like her for whatever reason, but listen to her. She raising issues that don't but study to cuss Anil, study to cuss who, just bring it out all your business. Let it out all your business on the pavement. Andy, thanks a lot and have a good morning.
Thank you very much. Oh boy. We'll have a 15 minutes or so extra into the ground report. Yeah.
But there's another issue I want to.
But wait. Let me just clear these. Like we really had to clear these lines. People real was with.
Yeah.
Morning caller.
Good morning to the fantastic four. Bright, early, uplifting, motivating. That is what we want. I want Lennox and Andy Koff. When I hear Mikey Key, I want to know or to speak about too evil. Where are your eyes focused on evil? In Genesis, we hear never God talk about evil. He talk about right and wrong, and he gave us the opportunity to make a choice. You have to make a decisive and meaningful decision concerning who was delivering and who wasn't delivering, not only for ourselves, but for all those of Trinidad and Tobago. Their needs a desire, and many of them are in destitution, and it is facing in a critical situation. We are not hearing from the voices of the East-West corridor, which are we willing to hear them. The people's voices must be heard, whether they're right or wrong. And we will do analysis and see where or which way were they wrong and what we can use to make a better nation and a better people. Anytime we show the visibleness and the division, we'll only cripple ourselves and our country. In love, unity, care, and understanding, we could build a country, we could build a nation, and we could help the world be motivated and inspired by what we are doing. You don't expect to have a man who keep on bumping and swallowing back his vomit and the venom on the people and coming back with the same thing around the next time, according to discrimination. Have a good day, gentlemen, or the listeners. Bye.
Thank you very much. Morning caller. Next caller.
Pleasant good morning to you, Andy.
Morning to you.
A pleasant good morning to you, Lennox. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, we are hearing you loud and clear.
Loud and clear, yes. Good morning.
All right, I would just like. Good morning, Lennox. Let me tell you something. Your analytical skills is on point empirically, because when you look back at history, where the PNM was ruling the TAG for numerous amount of years, and nothing has been done. So why people are now complaining the PDP is in governance now, and they're not doing anything they promised on their manifesto. It's not that they're not doing anything, They continue, as I said earlier, they have a fight with central government, and the accountability where Ansel and Tracy are a concern. They are not willing to be honest with the population, hence the PNM will continue to go down come general election, right? And I'm simply saying, based on your analytical skills, people are not joking anymore. You can understand the Tobago culture, that people are no longer want that kind of PNM politics in their country. Hence the reason they will more look up to Farley and understand what is taking place where in the direction, as I said, with the self-governance. If you look back in history, where not history, just as a recent, where the Tobago Council, everybody start resigning. And if the PNM didn't even take a note of that, then they will realize they will fall in Trinidad too, because the PNM in Trinidad is not different from the PNM in Tobago. But because of the corruption or the alleged corruption that is taking place in the Tobago Council, and if you looked at the council right now, it's only a set of weak people within the party and the structure, because still Tracy have lost so much elections in the Tobago, and she was not favored, and she still wanted to hold on to the political leadership. And everybody start resigning to teach her a lesson and to teach the PNM a lesson. And you know what goes to show? They don't even want Rowley. So it's about time Rowley needs to step down. And if the PNM is smart enough, they would say, hey, you want us to win the next general election? They will demand that Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley step down from the party and give an upcoming one. Look at the Grenada Prime Minister, the young, vibrant Dickon. If PNM could follow the footsteps of Dickon, then they could win the next general election. But far as I am aware, it's only 39 seats that they are able to fight up with, because Tobago East and Tobago West go on PDP. Thank you.
Thank you very much, but you still didn't understand what it is. Lennox was still telling you in all of that in his statistics.
No. Yes, in terms of the 2000 votes, it can go either way. But I am. Yes, but Lennox, I am simply saying it would not go back to the PNM, whoever those voters was. It will not go back to the PNM because the PNM, Tobago have been in bondage for so long, and the PNM administration
Paul,
did not fix it.
But what he's trying to tell you is the new voters, based on the election promise, that those new voters may not want to vote, and it will just bring back the PNM very close to their original.
That is what I was saying.
Yes, Lennox, but not necessarily.
Yeah, why? The disappointed, Paul, listen, the disappointed, I tell you what Tobagonians is called. We have real messages from them. They are disappointed with the vibrancy gone with the PDP, based on all the things that they say that they will implement, put in place. And even if they get in problem with central government, why they even so silent on that and all? Yeah, you go ahead.
And the logic that he advanced, that if the present leader resigns, there'll be a difference. I mean, it is not consistent with a consistency with the PDP, staying with the PDP. So I want him to know that. But the fact of the matter is, what we were saying, what we continue to say, out of an abundance of caution. Let me repeat that. Out of an abundance of caution, in other words, you don't want to take any chance. And therefore, in those circumstances, the concerns that you have been raising, Andy, and the ground report, I think, is well placed. And that concern must be, of course, taken on board with anybody who is making an objective analysis, even though they are in a subjective environment. And we look at, of course, as your contribution would have been, Andy, when we analyzed the situation with CUP, for example. And we came to a conclusion, not that is the exact situation, but certainly they fell out of grace with all the hype and all of the many seats that they would have won.
New voters.
Yes, and because they were able to bring in new voters as well. So if you frustrate that new voting group of about 2,000 as we anticipated, you may go back to revert to the status quo. That is to say, you could get the PNM to come in there with a minority amount of the electorate, and that's the point we are making.
So truth. Oh boy, the lines are open. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution this morning?
Hi. Morning, gentlemen. Calling from Sandy Grande.
Go ahead.
Good morning to you.
While I listen to the program religiously on a daily basis, and I've been hearing a lot of back and forth with Farley and Duke and Tobago and Trinidad. So I just want to ask a question, Andy. Had the ground report ever made a effort to reach out to Farley or any of the Israel or any of them to get an understanding as why the
Lennox,
silence of
answer
the
that.
PDP?
Yes, we have. That's as much as I'm prepared to say. But I take your point, and I believe that maybe now that we have made it public, that it deserves another effort because it's out of an abundance of caution. No problem with that, sir.
Mr. Lennox, you see, my thing is that I like to hear both sides. I mean, we understand that there's a different silence to the PDP, but at the same time, we want to be democratic in the ground report and give them a chance.
If they will only answer the phone, partner, understand. Everybody complaining with
all of them. I understand that also, but I don't know if we could find another channel somewhere, maybe through supporters or somebody in the
you just call the other people too, partner. When you call them and all telling you, well, I have been trying to get through to them too for a while. They answering the phone.
Andy, what he's saying and what I could take on board is that we should send something formally to them. I think that is the option that we have. Yeah.
That we can get a response. So we can be able to have a knowledge of both sides of the story, and then we can decide. Now, listen. We need to stand up and call Tobago and let Tobagonians stand up against Farley and these and what's them. Or we have an idea, well, listen, there's a work in progress and it will take within the next 3 months or whatever the case may be, and we will get a word from them. We all know it's a long time already, right? So I just want to be, both sides and be level.
Very good.
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Andy, I think people have started to take the situation seriously now that they know the basis, the praxis on which we have
outline the statistics.
And take this approach, yes.
And that is a factual statistics. The COP came in power. They get plenty new votes. They didn't get a seat, but they bring out plenty new voters. And after that, when they wasn't living up, the new voters just did not vote again for COP. And they just was not voting for no UNC. And they still wasn't voting for no PNM. And them just come off the map.
And while we took on board as well that Tobago is a unique situation, and we know of the experience with Robinson, etc. We looked at all of that. We don't do things here by accident, right? And of course, the fellow with the Barbados boat, I want to tell him that it is really a boat that was registered in Barbados, but it was part and parcel of the arrangement made between Russia, Turkey, and of course the Ukraine to get grain out of the Black Sea so as to feed the rest of the world. So Barbados didn't send a boat per se. It was part of the United Nations arrangement. United Nations as well was involved. Just to make sure, because I told him that we will get back to that, because I found it very strange that Barbados, with less than 1 million people, can send a whole boat just to get grain for just about 700,000 persons. I thought that didn't sound good or well or logical, and that is the facts of the situation with that boat. It's registered with Barbados. So it's carrying a Barbadian flag, but it is not something that was sent by the government of Barbados. It's working for the United Nations.
Oh, yeah. Morning, caller.
Morning again, gentlemen.
Morning to you, sir.
Thursday here.
Yeah.
We make it 40 days since those 3 young men were murdered by the police in front of the public bank. Not saying there is going to be any protest in it, but the parents would like to hear something from the investigators. Don't call them and let people call them. Try and call them before the day done. Let me know what's going on. Let me see some public see what's going on.
So,
and I want to send Paul to the head of the class. Go to the head of the class, Paul. First I heard Paul, I talked about Santa Cruz son, and he just talk funny too. But Paul, go to the head of the class.
Oh God, boy, Anderson. Boy, he can't help it, you know.
And he laughing there right
now.
You know.
Anderson Wilson can't help it, boy.
He likes to people, yeah. But that's the nature of the man.
Yeah, boy.
He's a good soldier.
Paul, he ain't mean nothing bad now. He ain't mean nothing. Wait, boy. Yeah. Morning, caller.
Hey, Andy, thank you go again.
Yes.
I want to go back to Mr. Rima this morning. She was telling about all these Cubans and all this thing what taking place in Venezuela. I want to reassure what Robin Montano said on this program. America have on, at least on that base in Jaramas until 2062. So anybody play fast and come there, if they come there before America, they go blast them out the water. America come and take back the base anytime they want. So we have to worry about them in Venezuela.
Till when?
2062.
But I thought that contract is dead already. Lennox, you check up on that there.
No, the
Shagaramas agreement. The Shagaramas agreement.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he is correct. They voluntarily, of course, decided to leave.
Yeah.
Because of the agitation in Trinidad by Ecuador and so on.
All right.
So let me come if you want to play ball. Let me come.
All right. Thanks so much. Next caller. Morning.
Monday morning, and morning.
Good morning, sir.
And they ain't my voice, no boy.
Triple G, double G. Go ahead, man. Triple G, man. Go ahead, partner.
Look, when people say Anderson, you and Anderson are a good friend. We don't know.
You know that.
Many of us and the people doing good work, man. Look. The Anderson frustrated. Let me go.
Yeah, but every day the man like I don't know, like he taking the early drink and he's saying Andy Williams this morning, boy. Andy Williams this morning. Oh God, boy.
Andy Williams. Quincy looking for all the youth and the victim there. The PNM and nothing down there, you know.
Eh.
You election coming up there, you go trim and politically coming up there. You see, Stubby Copper on Friday, I know, sir. So, and Christmas coming, it's a single person looking up for that hustle. Right now, it's helping by Andy, man.
Well, we know that. And again, my good friend Duke is doing a good job in helping satisfy those issues of the people in the PNM areas. And all I still asking is fair. You know me, I just ask for fair that the same thing must happen for Tobago and his constituent Roxbo. Don't let me drop the ball. We don't have them 2 seats yet.
Well, let's say that people getting their bread off next to them. Because the PNM ain't getting them no bread, you know. And the voting PNM for so much years. We gotta get rid of the Rowley and this wicked PNM. And they are going by.
All right. Oh, boy. Morning, caller.
Yes, Andy, I call to correct what a caller said. In a matter between Augustine Noel that had reached to the Privy Council, what was discovered that there was never any signed agreement between the United States and Britain about Chagaramas. So they can't come back in 2062 at all. No agreement was signed between Britain and Augustine Noel. That is why when they charged him down in Chagaramas and he challenged it, they had to withdraw the case because that piece of land had belonged to his grandparents and what have you. We mustn't forget those things. And I'm sorry that he's no longer with us because he would have then called in and correct that. America have no thing whatsoever. They tried during the smelter. One of the plans with the smelter was to build a military base down in the southwest west peninsula down there. We exposed that, right? The amount of land that Manning had given to them for the smelter, it couldn't just be for smelter, okay? So I want people to know. So America have no lease on no land in that. No agreement was signed between Britain and America. Augustine Noel,
are you saying that was the result of a court matter, Mr. Nunes? A court matter, right? You say?
Yes,
determine
reach the Privy
All right.
Council.
All right, Privy Council. I'll check it out. Because if there was in fact one, it is logical for the caller to make that assertion. But if it's not, and it was determined by the court, certainly, it's worthy of clarification. So we're certainly going to check it out.
Thank you so much. Oh boy. So the lines are open. Morning, caller.
Andy.
Go
Andy,
ahead.
good morning again.
Morning.
You know I have to come back in. Right?
Yes.
You know I have to come back in. When you see you want to attack my children, I will open my mouth now. I just mind my children. I don't loaf for my children. Andy, you met my son at the cell shop. I still have the picture with the two earlier. And one thing I must say, my sons don't drink. I have 2 sons, right? One is a businessman and one is a graphic artist, right? My sons don't drink, and if my son drink, he don't go and swing like no monkey or no bars in the pawn shop. So when they want to come and attack my sons, you better make sure you minding yours and not loafing for them, and don't come and attack my children. Attack me if you want, but not my children. You hear? That man is too damn stinking disrespectful, and it's about time all to clean his mouth. He always know all who acts and all who watching their crotch. And what if he just wash his own when he come on the station? I'm sure he's not even washing his mouth. You see, this morning, he caused me to disrespect, and I apologize to anybody I disrespect this morning because of that become drunk, that dead brain. Thanks a lot.
Oh boy. Again.
All right. I don't expect any repercussions or recriminations. Please, we do
let them know the program for that again. The program for that. Let them know again, Lennox Smith, and give them the phone number.
Come on the corridor transformation. The number to call is 358-1003, 358-1003, and we'll settle those matters there. Every night from 8 o'clock, so you have any night you can choose. But the fact of the matter is, this program is not for that. And so far, I can tell you, people are afraid to come on the corridor transformation to discuss matters of this nature. But it is about solution orientation, and it's about coming together because we have a common cause, and the ground report focuses strictly on the cause. Notice we were able to, in short measure to clear up the issue and the rationale behind, and things have calmed down now. Now that they know why it is that the ground report is so fervent and in its position as far as the PDP and the Tobago situation is concerned.
Go ahead, caller.
Andy.
Go ahead, caller.
Go, caller.
Was that one?
Oh God, you get cut off. You get cut off. The money like it done.
Sorry about that, caller.
Sorry about that. Oh
Call back,
boy.
yes.
Morning, caller.
Hello, good morning once again. I just want to tell Mr. Clive Lunes, thank you for explaining, because I always know that the US can't come back here, but I didn't know the whole thing. Thanks so
that was
much.
a very good
So
history
people
lesson.
will understand that we're well exposed, and all this bacchanal and confusion in this country with Rowley, white, this one, that one. Listener, that will be a wake-up call for you when they come here to exercise. Right now, I wishing if a damn bomb could drop somewhere nearby here, so people will wake up. Trinidad is a bacchanal place. People not paying attention, and we need a wake-up call. Right? Okay.
Thank you so much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Morning, caller.
And me again, I'm here to call nobody name. And I'm more younger than me. And my mother was a good woman. My mother clean skin. My mother had going to our market and no socks on she leg. And had all them bubble on she skin. And my mother had no homosexual in girls. My father was a thief. My mother was a thief. Everybody for their school, everybody at the classes. That's not dancing me out. And they're no homosexual.
Thank you very much. That language is not permitted on the radio station. Let me don't go down that road. Please.
And I'm sure that there are mature people that may be tempted to engage, but I think enough is enough. Let's get on with the issue of the moment, and that is the situation in Tobago and the PDP, and whether or not we should be making a different approach. And as I said, I concur. We should put our concerns in writing and send it formally, of course, to those in authority in Tobago, having regard to our concern for
all
the
those things were sent in writing. Plenty of those things were sent in writing by Robert Amar, based on issues in Tobago. Yes. Which he does email us whatever he's doing or whatever is up. We do collect our email, and he send many of things like that concerning Tobago.
I was just saying to the caller that maybe we should do it again now that people know the basis on which, the premise on which our concerns are being expressed.
Nice. Caller, go ahead. Last call. Robert Amaris in studio. Morning, caller.
Let's talk to Robert Montano and clarify that situation with the base, because that base, United States have 100-year lease on it. I don't know what anybody else talking about. Let us talk.
All right, good. Yes. We will do what we have to do. We'll come back with the information. All right. Yes, we will do what we have to do. Yes, we will get the information. Frank Morat.
All right, I'll call them after we're done there.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, Trinidad and Tobago, it was nice this morning.
A lovely program. It turned out to be nice.
With the expectations of how Trinidadians is when it coming to liking each other and operating with each other and respecting each other, and the country is who we are. But we are still grateful that you, the people in your thousands of thousands out there, choose to look onto the Ground Report program this morning on 104.7 More FM. I must say thanks very much to you two in Tobago that found your new voice other than the other stations and media houses that there, and lock on to the Ground Report on 104.7 in Trinidad and Tobago. Thanks so much. Coming up next, Robert Amar, Ruby Gem, Sense and Sensibility. Well, I did hear yesterday that Ruby is hospitalized.
I did try to pay a visit, but I understand that situation in the hospital there is such that I was advised in a particular way. But let me just say that, because I think I heard something about that we are hard-hearted or something to that effect. That is not so, but I will try again.
All right. So, a speedy recovery to Ruby Gem. So coming up next again, Robert Amaro. Don't forget tonight, Corridor Transformation, 8 p.m. on Facebook, Lennox Smith. You can call in there and make those whatever other kind of arguments. But on the ground report, we're not about the bad words. I don't say king nothing again or chief nothing again. Let me come clean. Again, we be like escape goats out there, and we don't want to do nothing to piss nobody off, to want to organize and cut you all voice. So come clean. So until tomorrow morning, please God, the ground report, the Pitbull Radio, we are out of here.
With Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.